Everybody, if y'all would, do like this. Seatbelt. Just this row right here. Except the first two people and the person on the end do like this. Who did I say on that row? Except the first two person and the person on the end, not two. Everybody else on that row, do like this. Obey them, have the rule over you. Do like this. Do like this. You the only person. Thank you. He's like, what row am I on? I had to make sure everybody else was locked in and bare hair still. Let's go, son. Let's clock in. All right, we do always rise and give honor to the Most High, y'all, his son, Yeshua, the true Messiah. Always to all of y'all divine preachers in every place. Preaching, teaching, living his divine word. Always to beloved minister that labor in this part of vineyard, whom I'm not ashamed to call brethren. Kodesh, greeting to them their prospective places. Always to those that are watching by way of live internet, to the dispersed, to the scattered, to the Jews first, and also to the Gentiles. Kodesh, greeting to them their prospective places. As we often say last, never least, to the way of Yah synagogue. Proper honor you all in your prospective places. Once again, from TV, internet, radio, wherever our voice can be heard, wherever we can be seen. Before we came on, had nothing come on. When we go out, absolutely ain't nothing else coming on. They're not teaching Kodesh, living a clean, sanctified life. The people ain't in nothing, and they hadn't heard nothing. This is an attempt to collect the debt. Whatever you hypocrite, false pretend, backbite, mumble and grumble against will be used in that collection of a debt. These messages are always being recorded for quality assurance. They make sure no side deal get cut with nobody, but everybody got to come in, brother Red, straight, narrow path. Wonderful Savior. Pick me up, if you would, the 26th chapter of the book of Leviticus. Matter of fact, hold that for me. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 1. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1. Hold that 26 of Leviticus. Some kind of way we'll come back and get it. I guess sometimes, coming to mind, you kind of said and consider, we look at a thing called cause and effects. Well, you actually look at, you bring investigators. You find a person that's been slain or murdered, or find a house burned down. You don't just come along and say the house burned down. The thing you do is go back to try to reexamine, reconstruct it, and see exactly what caused the house to catch on fire. Isn't that right? Amen. And later why it wound up burning down. That's why we look at what we at. At this point, what we're looking at right now, we're looking at people not saved. We're going to make that equivalent to being burned down or slain. Now we got to go back and look at what happened to get you to that point. How did you wind up getting there, right? Amen. Okay. All right, let's do some investigation. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1. Give me about verse 3. Listen to the book.
And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month.
Y'all didn't know when we came out of the wilderness, did you? We came out in 40 years. That's when he told in the 3rd chapter of the book of Hebrew. Wherefore I will agree with this generation, and they saw my work 40 years. They let you know exactly when he brought them out. In the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month. What happened, son?
That Moses spake unto the children of Israel.
What happened?
According unto all that the Lord had given him in the commandment unto them.
Yeah.
After he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorites.
Yeah.
Which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth, in Edrei, on this side Jordan, in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this law, saying, the Lord our God spake unto us in Horeb, saying, ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey.
So now we look at what happened. We want to find out what exactly wound up happening when we came out from the wilderness, our forefathers. After 40 years, the 11th month on the first day, and he let you know what happened. After he had slain all these different kings and these leaders, he told them to turn you and take your journey. You dwelt in this place too long. Listen.
And go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto. In the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and to their seed after them.
Jump down and give me the 13th verse.
Amen.
Listen.
Take you wise men and understanding and
back up to verse 11.
Amen.
Come on.
The Lord God of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as ye are.
He looked at when the Lord had caused us to come out of the wilderness, our forefather. He looked at how the Lord had multiplied us, and Moses said the Lord multiplied us even 1,000 times more than what we were. Listen.
And bless you.
And bless you.
As he hath promised you.
And just like he promised us.
How can I myself alone bear your encumbrance?
He said, how in the world I'm able to bear y'all problems by myself? What you want him to do, Moses?
And your burden.
And your burdens.
And your strife.
And your strife.
Take you wise men.
Yeah.
And understanding and known among your tribes. And I will make them rulers over you.
Where we heard a similar situation like this from?
Jethro.
Jethro? Jethro? What happened? He's exactly right. In the book of Acts of the Apostle, the 7th chapter, when there was a murmur among the Grecians, Moses said he alone himself couldn't bear it. So your problem. He said, y'all got too many problems. Y'all got strife among you. You got so much stuff going on. He said, I alone myself, I can't bear it. So I want you to take some men known among you. Where do you think Peter and them got it from? They said, look you out among where? Yeah, among you. 7 men, an honest report, full of the Ruach Kadesh, that we might set over this business. Isn't that right?
Amen. Right.
Because they were going to get themselves to fasting and prayer. Moses looked there, I can't put any time in toward the Lord for the fact that I'm bearing every one of your problems and your situations. See, everything that we go back to look at, that's why it's important, again, we look at cause and effect. The apostles had enough knowledge and logic to realize there are situations that get beyond our ability and it pulls us away from the servitude of God. So therefore, we got to set some men up that's known among you. Isn't that right? Even if it come down to set up our leader, we couldn't take no stranger and set him up among us. Right. We had to take one of our brethren. We should know our brethren records.
That's right.
Isn't that right? We should know him.
Yes, sir.
Paul even told us in the book of Thessalonians, so for yourself, brother, you know our interest in unto you.
That's right.
How it was not in vain. Y'all all right?
Amen.
Everything that we go back to consider, you read the apostle letters, the epistle letters, we come back to consider from the law.
Yes, sir.
Come on, son, listen.
And ye answered me and said, the thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do.
Come on.
So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over 50s,
come on,
and captains over 10s, and officers among your tribes. And I charged your judges at that time, saying,
do what?
Hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother.
That's why we look around doing judgment. That's why we taught about having respect the person. James told her, if you have respect the person, what did he say you commit? And not only that, you've been convicted by the law. Moses gave them the law right there, let them know. When you sit down and hear a matter and judge between your brethren, he said, you got to judge this matter right. Listen, why?
And the stranger that is with him.
Not only that, if the stranger that's sojourning, you might look and say, well, they in among us, but they not actually a born Hebrew. He said, you're going to sound in judgment. You got to judge it right. You can't go along when the Bible says, having therefore opportunity, we ought to do good unto all men, especially them of the household of God. That means if anything will go first, it'll go to the people of God first.
That's right.
That kind of judgment, if you wrong, you just flat wrong.
That's right.
Whether you a native Hebrew or a native Jew or you a converted Jew, don't make a difference.
That's right.
If you wrong, you wrong. Listen.
Ye shall not respect person in
judgment. You should not respect person in judgment.
But ye shall hear the small as well as the great.
Come on.
Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man.
Yeah.
For the judgment is God.
That's why we got to look at it. Whose judgment is it?
God.
People want you to give them favor in judgment. You got to look at it. The judgment is the Lord's. You can't go get no judgment based on who you like. Like we did that before, like when I do that, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. A lot of times that would deter, like I said before, if you want to give somebody something, you give it to them. But you try to set something up to get around and get it to the person you're supposed to give it to. Judge right.
That's right.
Who asked first?
That's right.
Isn't that right? Who asked first? Well, I ain't sure who asked. Leon asked me for a piece. Now, Eddie, you asked me for a piece. Okay, because both of y'all asked. Let me see how to do this so I can be fair. Come on. That's what to do as kids.
Yeah. Yep.
Ain't that right? You now, instead of just doing what's just now, the man asked first. Don't matter. That's your daughter. Don't matter. Well, I ain't really sure who asked me. I can't. So I can be fair. Let me just do it like this. You don't understand that judgment is the Lord's.
That's right.
When you sit down in judgment, I tell people, it be my wife, kid, folks, or friend, make no difference. When it come up as something wrong, it's just wrong. Yeah. Because the judgment ain't yours, that's the Lord's.
Right.
That's why we wind up messing ourselves up. That's exactly why we wind up messing ourselves up. When Jesus sat down, we talked yesterday in the 7th chapter of the book of Mark, when he told them about what Moses had already commanded them. But ye say, by whatsoever you might prosper. Because now you're not looking at the judgment, it's the Lord's. If the Lord's judgment come up to say if death unto you or exile or you be cut off or something be taken from you, that's God's judgment. That judgment don't belong to man. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
We even talk about when a man sin against God, who can he treat for him?
That's right.
Nobody can go and treat for you when you sin against God. That's why Moses couldn't do nothing for him when he said, forgive that transgression, if not, blot me out. That's against the Lord. He said, whosoever sin against me, that's who will blot out my book. You just keep going. That judgment is mine. Okay. Y'all do how y'all want to do it. Wonderful Savior, though.
Amen.
Turn down and give me about the 28th verse of that same book.
Amen.
Other brother, give me Deuteronomy chapter 2 at verse 1. Listen to the book.
Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our heart.
Y'all hear that? Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our hearts.
Saying, the people is greater and taller than we.
Yeah.
The cities are great and walled up to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakims.
Come on.
Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them.
You hear that? I told you, don't let that be your dread. Don't even be afraid of them. Come on, son.
The Lord your God, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you.
Come on.
According to all that he did for you in Egypt.
Come on.
Your eyes, and in the wilderness, where thou hast seen how the Lord thy God bare thee as a man doth bear his son.
Come on.
And all the way that ye went until you came into this place.
Come on.
Yet in this thing ye did not believe the Lord your God.
Yeah.
Who went in the way before you to search you out and place to pitch your tents in, and fire by night to shew you by what ye should go.
Come on.
And a cloud by day. And the Lord heard the voice of your words, and was wroth, and sware, saying, surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see the good land which I swear to give unto your fathers.
Now, you know what's important about this, what we're reading here? If you read in the first chapter of the book of Deuteronomy, it already stated this. It will pass this situation. The first chapter of the book of Deuteronomy was telling us that he had already told them, come on, get out and take your journey. Yep. Now what Moses is doing right here in chapter 2, he's recanting. And I'm sorry, not recanting, he's recalling some things in chapter 1 and chapter 2 and chapter 3 that we'll read. They already know this.
Yeah.
But he's bringing some things back to their memory.
That's right. That's right.
When he started telling them to go and take the journey, he reminded them of some things. They've already poured this foolishness before.
That's right.
When the Lord told you to go and do something, the children of Anak, they already knew about that from the book of Numbers.
Yeah.
They already knew about it. When he told me in chapter 1, turn you and take your journey, they had already accomplished it. Now they're coming out the winter, but Moses know, just like Peter, stir up your pure mind by way of remembrance.
That's right.
When the Lord told you to go up that time against the children of Anak, and your brother made your heart weak, and you started to fear, and you were saying you couldn't do it, and the Lord went before you to search you out that land, and you sat here and the Lord became angry with you because of your words. Listen.
Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see the good land which I swear to give unto your fathers.
So they're already looking at this. He bring it back to remember. They're looking at 40 years later. How many people forget how many people been born 40 years later? So he bring it back to remember how they coming out now. I waited till every one of these people wind up dying, this evil generation. I waited these people died. I'm bringing you out just according to my words. According to the promise I swore to your father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm bringing you out according to my word, but I'm making sure you sit here and you consider some things. Come on.
Save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it.
Come on.
And to him will I give the land that he hath trodden upon.
Come on.
And to his children, because he hath wholly followed the Lord.
Come on.
Also the Lord was angry with me for your sakes.
Come on.
Saying, thou also shalt not go in thither.
Come on.
But Joshua, the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it.
Come on.
Moreover, your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea.
Now look at what he did. Now he bringing them out. He let them know how you wind up going in. See, that's what I love about the Lord. Because he don't have us doing anything without understanding. Right. You're looking at people that have been born. If I was 27 years old, we were coming out of the wilderness, I would really I wouldn't have any knowledge about how we got there. So he's going back, let them know, nothing, turn you and take your journey. You've been in this way too long, you coming out. So now he would sit down and start to recall some things, how we wind up getting in the wilderness. The Lord became angry with me for your sake. Who we would refer that to? It's true. He said, reproach to them that reproach thee. Where did it fall? Fell on me. They crying, they murmuring and grumbling, got me upset. Now wind up not entering into the land. So now you come back to sit here and make every one of us consider. Listen.
Then ye answered and said unto me,
yes,
we have sinned against the Lord.
Now you recognize you sinned. Now you recognize you did wrong. Come on, son.
We will go up and fight according.
Now we'll go up now. When you start hearing, oh, y'all ain't going to get in. I swear you ain't getting in. The people that you were so worried about wasn't getting in, those are the one I'm going to save, I'm going to take in, because they hadn't known good or evil. Now all of a sudden, Leon, hey, what I want to do? I want to go kill one of them niggas. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't scared no more. I mean, I think I can handle a couple of them. What happened?
According to all that the Lord our God commanded us.
Yeah, now it's according to what the Lord said I want to do. Come on.
And when ye had girded on every man his weapon before, ye were ready to go up into the hill. And the Lord said unto me,
what did he say?
Say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and ye would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord.
Y'all hear that? Still you wind up trespassing. When I told you to go up, you didn't do it. Now I'm telling you, now you say you want to go up, I'm telling you, don't go up. All you doing is making a bigger mess every time. Mm-hmm. Now he said, you done gird up your weapon, you were ready to go up. And I said, so you're going to transgress again. Because you're looking at, no, I ain't transgressing. I'm just finna do what I was supposed to do the first time. But if I just told you don't do it, what happened at that point?
End again.
You see how the transgress keep going? The transgression ain't stopping. It's even more transgression. That's why, y'all see why I tell her how we got to get him on earnest heed. Because now he's not going back. He's saying, you're going to transgress even more. Because I just said, don't do that. I'm not among you. What you think going to happen if you go up, I'm not among you? And that's the thing about it. Surely the Lord don't do nothing except be revealing his servant the prophet. He didn't let these people like gone up and all of a sudden, we didn't even know it. Had somebody told us he wasn't among us, had somebody informed us if we went up, we were going to be killed because I would have never did it. He showed you, you're a liar. I told you to go the first time, you didn't do it. Then I told you not to go because I'm not among you and you're going to be smitten. So now you go up. Let's see what happened.
And went presumptuously up
see
to
that?
the hill.
You went up there anyway. Come on.
And the Amorites, which dwelt in the mountain, came out against you.
Yeah.
And chased you as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah.
Where's Seir? Edom. Even to the border of the land of Edom. Chapter 2. One of my brother got chapter 2.
Amen.
Listen.
Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea.
So I hear that. Then we turned and took our journey by the way of the Red Sea.
As the Lord spake unto me.
As the Lord spake unto me.
And we compassed Mount Seir many days.
Y'all know, you know what this reminds us of reading is? What book? Daniel? What book? Genesis. Because when you read Genesis chapter 1, it'll tell you he made male and female. In chapter 1. Then when you read chapter 2, it starts telling you how he did it. Chapter 1 of Deuteronomy basically got you to the end of them coming out.
Right.
Because you know why he did that? Because I declared the end at the beginning.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
I declared the end at the beginning. In Genesis, the first chapter, I told you I made male and female. I told you that in the beginning.
Right.
Now I went through. Now all he's doing right now, he's just going back letting you know what he did.
Yeah.
When you read chapter 1, it already told us about those kings he took down.
That's right.
Now he's going to let you know how you got to every situation. You were told to do something, you didn't do it. I gave you rulers and people to make judgment for you, and these people wind up failing to do it. I told them the judgment is the Lord. Remember the cause. When I instructed you to do something, you didn't do it. And then when I told you I was going to kill you, I was going to take you down, you said, now you're going to do it. And he said, you sinned again. Now you wind up getting taken down. And when these people chased you, guess where it wound up landing you at? Right in the wilderness. See, everything they wound up trying to do to try to come and look, they were fixing the situation. They were falling deep in a hole.
That's right.
It wound up managing when they went back up, they got chased. You wound up getting closer to where you need to go in the wilderness anyway.
Yep.
Your transgressions only push you further and further away. Listen to the book.
And the Lord spake unto me, saying, Ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward, and command thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a footbreadth.
Y'all hear that? When you go through the land, you already supposed to know, don't meddle with nothing. Everything you see, if you need water, food, pay for it. I'm not giving you nothing. You were told, you were instructed the whole time on every journey, every pathway you've been taking. Y'all got to learn how to stay on the path.
Yeah. Amen.
There's a whole lot of want to repair off the path. The biggest thing you could do is stay on the path.
That's right.
If you stay on the path, it'll fit you better than it would getting off and trying to figure out how to get back on. Because a lot of times you get off, it only get worse and worse.
That's right.
That's amazing because the Bible said evil men and seducers were going to do something.
Worse and worse.
Worse and what else?
Worse.
Deceiving?
Being deceived.
You start out deceiving people and you mess around later, you get deceived.
Yep.
At Balaam. That's how it wound up happening. You trying to deceive somebody to get their stuff out of why you get deceived. Let me tell you something, folks. We got to be careful. Being Jews, being Israelites, we got to look at our journey. It's important we come back to look at this stuff. Look at how you got it. People don't want to go back and look at how you got in the mess. Give me the 3rd chapter, verse 1. 3:1. Wonderful Savior.
Yes, sir.
Amen. Listen to the book.
Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan. And Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us.
And what happened?
He and all his people to battle at Edrei.
And did they beat us?
And the Lord said unto me, Fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand.
Yeah.
And thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites.
Y'all see what happened? He let them go back through and started recalling all of the situation, letting them see how the Lord was still with them, even in their trespass. Even when he placed them in the wilderness, they still had battles and wars they had to fight. And the Lord was still with them. But they had to pay for their iniquity. And a lot of stuff y'all got to sit down and consider. It's a good thing God keep the penalty of iniquity over us. You know what it do? It's supposed to keep you from adding up even more.
That's right. That's right.
Lord was still gracious to us. The whole time, nobody can dispute. The Lord is gracious. Yep. Give me about verse 25 of that book. Listen to the book.
I pray thee, let me go over and see the good land.
Let me see 19.
Amen.
Listen.
But your wives and your little ones and your cattle, for I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities which I have given you.
Yeah.
Until the Lord have given rest unto your brethren, as well as unto you, and until they all possess the land which the Lord your God hath given them beyond Jordan.
That sound familiar? It sound real familiar. Like what? Revelation, the 6th chapter. How long? How long? To the rest of your brethren. They got to come in the same possession.
Yep.
Where you think it all come from? You read all of this when you read the book of Revelation. It's just a revealing.
Amen.
It was just a revealing. He knew they had much cattle and much stuff, but the rest of them got inherited as well. That's how they're going to inherit the kingdom, right? They're going to have to be slain. They're going to be killed the same way you were. Listen to the book.
And then shall ye return every man unto his possession, which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, Thine eyes have seen all that the Lord your God hath done unto these 2 kings.
Yeah.
So shall the Lord do unto all the kingdoms whither thou passest. Ye shall not fear them, for the Lord your God, he shall fight for you.
Yeah.
And I besought the Lord at that time, saying, O Lord God, thou hast begun to show thy servant thy greatness and thy mighty hand.
Yeah.
For what God is there in heaven or in earth that can do according to thy works and according to thy might?
Yeah.
I pray thee, let me go over and see the good land that is beyond Jordan, that goodly mountain and Lebanon.
Yeah.
But the Lord was wroth with me for your sakes.
See that? Reproach of them that reproach thee fell on me. Come on.
And would not hear me. And the Lord said unto me,
What do you think why not happened to the son when he was up there crying? Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani.
Here.
For what reason why I went here? The Bible said that he was heard and that he feared God. But the fact that he set up on the cross and God wouldn't answer him, it was because of us.
Amen.
Moses told him he's going to be just like me. Y'all transgression can be real deep on a man. Listen.
And the Lord said unto me, let it suffice thee. Speak no more unto me of this matter. Get thee up into the top of Pisgah, and lift up thine eyes westward, and northward, and southward, and eastward, and behold it with thine eyes.
Yeah.
For thou shalt not go over this Jordan. But charge Joshua, and encourage him, and strengthen him, for he shall go over before this people. And he shall cause them to inherit the land which thou shalt see.
At 4 and 1 of the book of Deuteronomy.
Amen.
Listen.
Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land.
You see what he was doing? After he started going through, letting them know what happened, now he wanted to make sure they heard the law statutes. This was supposed to keep them from getting themselves back into the same situation. See, when you read these books, you'll mess up, you ain't got no understanding.
That's right. That's right.
See, everybody see that come out. We said he'll bring you out all right. But how did you wind up getting in there?
Right. That's right.
That's what we look at. You walk and say, the house burned down. But why? What caused the house to burn down? So now we start looking at the mere fact saying you came out meant you were in. How did you wind up getting in it? What he asked Lucifer. How did I did what now?
Oh.
Want to investigate it. How did you wind up falling? You was exalted. You said in your heart what you were going to do. How were you brought down to the ground? Y'all don't think like Jews. The prophet Isaiah did. He looked at it. It's just amazing. He see the son of it. How did you said you were going to exalt yourself. He want to investigate it. But you've been brought down to the ground. Y'all don't even consider that. Why you stripped? Why you been broken down? Why the Lord getting you without remedy? Y'all don't, you know what y'all do? Y'all rather walk around like a blundering idiot and act like, I'm just oblivious. I don't know why. Lord do all kind of stuff. These people had no idea why.
No.
These people had no understanding why. We look at, all I'm worried about, I came out. If you don't look at how you got in, you're going to wind up going right back.
All right.
That's why he sat here to spend all this time. Most people been stuck on the fast. We out. Thank the Lord. We out. We out. That's the only thing matter. Let's go back and look at how we got in.
Yeah.
Amen.
After he made them go back and look at how they got in and show how God was still with them even while they were in the wilderness, now you need to make sure you listen. Come on, son.
And go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
Yeah.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Y'all hear this? Don't add to the word which I command you. Oh, what else?
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Who told us about that later?
Revelation.
John told us. At the revealing.
Yep.
He told her, don't add and don't take away. Told her what's going to happen.
Right.
That speaker making that popping. You can't hear it. Yeah, cut it. It's making some noise. Come on.
That ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you.
Because if you start adding, you take away, you can't keep it. Come on.
Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor.
Yeah.
For all the men that followed Baal Peor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed.
Who are they
them.
talking about? Who? Come on, son. Come on.
The Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
You hear that? He letting you know why they still living. Those people had to consider that. There was a sign testimony to them. So every one of your cleave, you sit here and look at all these different things that went on. Why is it so important? People say don't dwell on your past. If you don't, you're not going to actually see a real future. Because after you done witnessed and saw these things go on, then you start to question. Do I even have an inheritance with this man? Why have I gone through so many things? He said, you saw what the Lord did to Baal Peor. And everybody that joined themselves to them. How the Lord destroyed them. But every one of you that did cleave unto the Lord are alive this day. That was a testimony for these people. Come on.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Yeah.
Even as the Lord my God hath commanded me.
Come on.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Come on.
Keep therefore and do them.
For what?
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Listen.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yeah.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Yeah.
As the Lord our God, in all things that we call upon him for.
Listen.
And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law?
Please tell me we have some air on. Come on.
Which I set before you this day. Only take heed to thyself.
Yeah.
And keep thy soul diligently.
Y'all hear this? Make sure you pay attention to yourself now. What did Yeshua tell us to do? In your patience. I wonder where he could have gotten that from. Wonder why. What was he telling them about when he stated that? That's right. He was talking about the tribulation, talking about the destruction that was going to come on Jerusalem. How we're going to be compassed about with armies and all these things. Be told, but in your patience, which would have been in their perseverance, possess ye your souls. That's what Moses was trying to tell you right here. Y'all need to make sure y'all paying attention. You better make sure you preserving your soul. Come on.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Lest you forget the thing which your eyes have seen.
And lest they depart from thy heart.
Unless they depart from your heart.
All the days of thy life.
All the days of your life.
But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Yeah.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb.
And did what?
When the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together.
Yeah.
And I will make them hear my words.
And I will make them do what?
Hear my words.
Yeah.
That they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth.
Oh, what you got? You jump over the other brother. Give me the 5th chapter of the book of St. John. 5 and about 37. And you give me the 5th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. 5 and 1. This is the 5th chapter of the book of St. John. Verse 37. Listen to the book.
And the Father himself, which hath sent me, hath borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape.
Oh, what you got? Back in that 4th chapter right quick. What verse that was? Verse 12? Verse 13?
Verse 10.
Verse 10. Let's see what he said at verse 10 again. Listen.
Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Horeb.
Especially the day you stood before the Lord thy God in Horeb. What happened, Brandon?
When the Lord said unto me.
When the Lord said unto me.
Gather me the people together.
Yeah.
And I will make them hear my words.
I will make them hear my words.
That they may learn to fear me.
That they may learn to fear me.
All the days that they shall live upon the earth.
All the days that they shall live upon the earth. What else?
And that they may teach their children.
Come on.
And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven.
And what happened?
With darkness, clouds, and thick darkness.
Yeah.
And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire.
Who spake unto us?
And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire.
And what did we see?
Ye heard the voice of the words.
And I seen what?
But saw no similitude.
What else?
Only ye heard a voice.
Only I heard a voice?
And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform.
Even what?
10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone.
Listen what happened.
And the Lord commanded me at that time.
To do what?
To teach you statutes and judgments.
Yeah.
That ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it.
What you want to tell me after that, Moses?
Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves.
Please, y'all pay attention to yourselves. Why?
For ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
At the 5th chapter of the book of St. John, verse 37. This is St. John chapter 5, verse 37. Listen to the book.
And the Father himself, which hath sent me, hath borne witness of me.
Yeah.
Ye have neither heard his voice at any time,
nor did what?
Seen his shape.
Basically, you didn't pay attention, did you? Basically, you didn't pay attention. Because he spoke to us. Had they paid attention, they would have been alive.
Yeah.
That word was supposed to desert. It was supposed to preserve them. He wasn't lying. So y'all didn't pay attention. This is what we look at and y'all don't consider. The Most High God give us so many warnings. Even for years, people have lied on our God in the Old Testament. God is the most misrepresented person in the Old Testament by these false prophets. He ain't have no mercy on those people. He just killed those people. People didn't have a chance back then. People didn't even know, and God just killed them for nothing. But now Jesus come on the scene and give us grace and mercy. He proclaimed the name of the Lord. He told him he was long-suffering, merciful. Even when these people in captivity, he said, I was with you when you were fighting. I still brought you out. I spoke to you and told you, if you do this, you will live. So you didn't pay attention. That's why y'all wind up messing up in him. Hebrews, the second chapter, made more and more sense. Therefore, we ought to give to the things, lest at any time. That's why he could say of a surety, you have neither heard his voice nor seen his shape at any time. Because who the Father sent, you don't believe. That was the covenant he gave us. Moses said this is a covenant. When we sit here and we look at these 10 commandments, he said, now then, he said he commanded me at that time, teach these people laws and statutes so I don't kill these people. What you think gonna happen? I wind up killing you. He proved it out. Those people look at all, because sometimes y'all look at more things that work against you more than you look at how God work in favor for you. He said, but all of y'all that cleave unto the Lord, you're alive. He telling them this after they came out in the wilderness. This was a preview for a premise of salvation. They sat in the wilderness with the same people that died, people that were bitten by venomous vipers, people that fell because of fornication in one day. You say, oh my God, all this going on around me. But those of you that did cleave to the Lord, he said, you're alive this day.
Amen.
But you need to take good heed to yourself, especially today. The Lord said, I'm going to go down because I got to get fear from these people. If these people don't fear me, you're going to wind up transgressing. And that's what my problem is with the way of y'all synagogue. Y'all don't fear him. When you don't fear him, it's easy to transgress him. It's not a big fear because God don't recompense anytime soon. He doesn't. Even when you do a good work for God, God don't pay quick.
That's right.
You got to wait years down. When it come, you come, like they say, it's on time. But when you like it a little earlier, just tell the truth.
Yeah, that's right.
May not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Yeah, but I would sure wish he'd come a little earlier. Yeah. I had some stuff I sure would look, I like. Yeah. I do really need it now, but I could have sure used it earlier. And we will spend the majority of our time focused on that than looking at. I might then give it to you when you look for it, or you didn't receive it when you look for it, but you ain't looking at it. I kept you alive.
That's right. That's
Amen.
right.
I kept you alive, though.
Yep.
I could have cut you off. He showed you. Look how many people that been among us that God have cut off. We ain't talking about just in him. In life.
Amen.
We talking about Israelite, Hebrews, Gentiles. Look how many people have died and God have cut off.
That's right.
But he said, but ye that did cleave to the Lord, you're alive this day. He had to bring back some things those people could consider. Even if you weren't there when it started, you were there to see some of these fights, weren't you?
That's true.
You were there to see some of these wars, weren't you?
Yeah.
How the Lord smote and took these people down? Because I was with you. God been misrepresented. Look like when God come and take people down. That's why these funerals, I need to go do everybody's funeral.
Yeah. Yeah.
He been misrepresented at these funerals.
Yep.
God kind of poor baby just taking the inner circle, hadn't done nothing to nobody. God just been, and then you know what somebody do? Somebody wind up sitting at that funeral. You know what they wind up hating? Some kid. Hey, God. God took my little brother for no reason, hadn't done nothing. You heard the preacher. God took my mama. My mama helped people. My mama took care of people. Nobody never said nothing, but everybody else said, I can't think of everybody known her always spake good about them. Saying God had been so, listen, funerals teach people to hate God. Y'all say what y'all want to. Somebody want to hate God at them funerals.
Yep.
More atheists probably get created at funerals.
Yep.
I need to be there. I need to bust every one of them niggas in the head.
Yep.
Amen.
With the truth.
That's right.
Get them, tell them God is God.
That's right.
When you live, you come through life, you hear God's word, you got an opportunity to save your soul alive.
Yes, sir.
They look at these babies that come out and get taken out in the prime of their life and doesn't happen. God's word is right. He visited the iniquity of the children. He visited the iniquity of the father upon the children. They ain't going to say that.
Nope.
Because then that parent, everybody going to put eyes on that parent.
Yep.
They don't want that.
All right.
Put it on God. I ain't questioning, but why would God take a baby's life? Somebody said was saying, that's a good question. God ain't right. He ain't fair. Why would he take that? But instead of looking, telling the truth, he visited the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. That way everybody turn around, put eyes on the mother and father and say, what y'all niggas doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
They don't want to do that. It's better. Everybody got, listen, God been misread. Nobody want to hear that because then a mess break out these funerals. But you start making people get back to the book. That's why he want to make sure you knew when your junk gets shabby, your junk get taken down, put eyes back where it belongs.
Yep.
Don't go putting that stuff on God. God stuck them in the for no reason. Because God was angry with them. Because they didn't believe. After I told you I was in the midst of you, as I told you I searched the land out, as I told you to go up and take it, and you ain't believe. That's why the book told you whatsoever not of faith is what? Where we learn that from? From the 13th chapter of the book of Numbers. That's what he recalling right here in the fourth chapter, in the first chapter of the book of Deuteronomy, take you back to the 13th chapter book of Numbers. That's what he told them to go up.
That's right.
And they wouldn't do it.
That's right.
They feared.
Yep.
They brought them back to the land just like the Lord said it.
Yep.
And hear the fruit thereof. But the people.
That's right.
So we were in their eyes as grasshoppers, and the city was fenced up to heaven.
That's right.
The people murmured. The people complained, and the people wept all that night. 14th chapter, he told Moses, I swear these people ain't getting in.
That's right.
I swear you ain't getting in, because you wouldn't believe.
That's right.
Go ahead. You ain't got to do it. And then you're going to jump and go put on your weapon, then you're going to go up. Say, you finna transgress because you ain't got faith. You finna commit sin.
That's right.
Whatsoever not of faith is sin. Caleb said, we be well able to do it.
Yes, sir.
Their defense is down.
Yes, sir.
So these people meet. Let us go up at once and take it.
That's right.
But your brethren, they discourage your heart. That's why I tell you about certain people in your group can't deal with everybody. These folks, they'll discourage your heart, man.
Yeah.
Some of these folks will discourage your heart. Yeah, we ain't gonna be. I don't see it working. That's just me. Also, I know what he said, but we gonna wind up losing everything. Ain't gonna work. I swear you ain't getting in.
Yep.
Lord, give us something to do. You got to believe God.
That's
Amen.
right.
That's right.
Who we serving on the God a man and woman can serve.
That's right.
We got the only truth a man and woman can hear to be saved. God gonna work according to his word. If we believe, that's where y'all mess up. You don't believe. Man told you that's the condemnation. Light done come into the world. And you love darkness rather than light. You know why? Because your deeds are evil.
That's right.
Neither will you even come to the light. Because then your stuff gonna be reproved.
Yep.
They don't want to be reproved. Ain't that right? Y'all, we got to get yourself together. Well, I got you hold on.
Deuteronomy 5:1.
Deuteronomy 5. Let's hear Deuteronomy 5:1. Listen to the book.
And Moses called all Israel and said unto them,
Yeah.
Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I spake in your ears this day, that ye learn them and keep them.
You know what's amazing right here in the 5th chapter? The man said, what did he say again? That Moses did what?
Called all Israel.
He called all Israel.
And said unto them,
what?
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel.
The statutes and judgments.
Yeah.
Which I speak in your ears this day.
Uh-huh.
That ye may learn them and keep and do them.
That way you don't have no excuse. Who else told us that? What did he tell them?
I not come.
If I had not come and spoken unto them, they wouldn't have had no sin. But now, you have no excuse for you committing no sin. What you gonna say? I ain't know. Didn't nobody tell me. I had no idea. I wasn't there. Listen.
The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers.
No, come on.
But with us.
But with us.
Even us, who are all of us here alive this day.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire.
Come on.
I stood between the Lord and you at that time.
So what you think happened when Yeshua was sitting up on the cross?
Stood in the gap.
He was standing between us. That's why he had to be lifted up from the earth. He was a mediator. He had to sit between God and us. Man said, that's what I do. I was standing between you and God at that time. That was our covenant. Listen.
to shew you the word of the Lord.
To show you the word of the Lord.
For ye were afraid by reason of the fire.
Yeah.
And went not up into the mount.
Yeah.
Saying, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
From the house of bondage. Thou shalt have none other gods before me.
Well, we know the commandments. Y'all don't transgress them enough. Jump on down and give me the 25th verse.
Amen.
Make it 24.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And ye said, behold, the Lord our God has shewed us his glory and his greatness.
Yeah.
And we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire.
Yeah.
We have seen this day that God doth talk with man.
You see that? We saw it for ourselves. That God does talk with man.
Amen.
Come on.
And he liveth. Now therefore, why should we die?
You know what's amazing? When Jesus was talking, they heard a voice. They said, some suppose it thundered.
Yeah.
Hard to believe God was talking to a man. I don't know why our forefather were witness. So you seen for yourself that God doth talk with man.
Amen.
Come on.
For this great fire will consume us.
Yeah.
If we hear the voice of the Lord our God any more, then we shall die.
Come on.
For who is there of all flesh that hath heard the voice of the living God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have and lived?
Come on.
Go thou near and hear all that the Lord our God shall say.
Come on.
And speak thou unto us all that the Lord our God shall speak unto thee.
Come on.
And we will hear it and do it. And the Lord heard the voice of your words when ye spake unto me, and the Lord said unto me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people,
Yeah.
which they have spoken unto thee.
What happened?
They have well said all that they have spoken.
So these people ain't stupid. They had enough sense to know they were going to die. Come on, son.
Oh, that there were such an heart in them.
He said, if it was really a heart in them to care about dying. See, it was just immediate danger put the fear in them. What would you do if God immediately peeled up? You don't want to do right too. God cracked them clouds, go, you don't want to do everything right too. He said, but if it was such a heart in them, if it was really a heart in them that they were concerned about their life or longevity. Come on, son.
That they would fear me and keep all my commandments.
That's what he looked
always.
at. See that? Y'all don't have that, do you? We talking again about the godly repentance, work of repentance, which would be a fear, not to be, but sorrow of the world.
Oh.
That's what he realized. That's because it was immediate. Man, you see mountains shaking, fire, smoke. What else you going to do? You want to live right too.
That's right.
You want to do whatever you do to get you out of that situation. Yep. But soon the situation stopped. Soon the situation changed. People get repentant when they mess up situations, things don't go their way. Then the first thing they do is try to do something to repair it. As soon as you get out of that situation, it's right back the way you at. Yep. I refer back, and I don't know how many times I stopped drinking before I finally gave it up. I had to get a sorrow of God and not a sorrow of the world. Sorrow of the world was I was sick. I thought I was going to die. I was so sick. I had regurgitated so much. I was hurting. Then you start dry heaving and nothing coming out. I said, that's it. I'm going to start. Lord, you let me get over this. I'm not going to drink again until I got over the situation. And I got around the right people that told me the problem was you drank too much too fast. You just got to take your time. And I started off with just a bill. Maybe 2 won't hurt. 3 of them will be good. 4 is an even number. But you might well go and drink a 6-pack now. I mean, all the logic started coming up. Yep. Before you know it, you right back venging up on a 12-pack. Yep. Throwing up again. Right. Same covenant. I ain't going to do it no more. I ain't going to do it no more. I'm sorry. Please. I did everything. Said, man, when the room starts spinning, put 1 foot on the ground. Now the foot's spinning. Ain't nothing that working. I got to call on God to get over this situation. And as soon as I get this situation, again, you can't drink as much as you drink. Just drink 1 bill. That's what a lot of us do in him. Yep. You do whatever it takes to get you out of the situation. That's what he looked at. That's real good what you said, how you were fearing dying. But if it was such a heart in you that you would do that always, if there was a fear in you that you started considering dying the whole time you were here, then you wouldn't be making the mistakes you're making. But because you got the sorrow of the world, you'll be back again. It's important for y'all to know this. Yep. Right. People remember the 30th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. That's a conclusion to the matter. 30th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. Let me about verse 16. I know I call it the 26th chapter. Hold that for me. 26th chapter, book of Leviticus. This we'll do the Lord permit. You know what? And I thank the Lord that there is a concern for us to make sure we get it right. Because you know what? Make no mistake. I can show you some stuff in here you don't know. But there's some things you don't know that you've been taught and you haven't paid attention to. And you keep getting the other knowledge and you're going to mess up and you're not going to consider this and you're going to wind up going to hell. A lot of y'all got a lot of information. Y'all know how you're going to be called a Nazarene, don't you? Y'all know how the red heifer, Esau. Y'all know he was able to produce the blood of the virginity, the tokens of virginity. You know all that good stuff, don't you? You just don't know how to obey. See, the Lord, he told he going to be a snare. It's a lot of Hebrew Israelites, they got a lot of information about him. They just don't know how to obey. That's why he had Moses to stop them. Go back and rehearse how you got in that situation. Look at how you wound up screwing up. Now look at how I preserved you and I could have took you out of him. Now you need to make sure you take good heed. Why would he keep telling me to take good heed? Because this ain't something you did before. And I already know you. You're going to screw up again. You're going to make one of them another covenant, one of them agreements again. This time you got it together. This time you focus. This time you going to get it. This time nothing going to move you until the right slung, right titty hit you, and there you're going to be. Right financial situation come, right party, right invite, and you're behind going to be in the same mess you was in before. I know y'all. 30th chapter, book of Deuteronomy, and verse 17. Listen to the book.
But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods.
Listen to this. This whole book is just going back over. They done came out. Here, you ready to party. Come on, funky town, party. And that man keep going back over all this stuff about transgress. If your heart turn away, man, let's deal with where we at now. Everybody got time to keep going back over those. Chevron, all these people done died. Man, let's look at where we at, nigga. Robot. Break it down. Tick, tick. Start ticking. You're a time bomb.
That's right.
Your time. This is just how prepared. All God knows. How long y'all think they took? 20 minutes?
Long time.
Lord already let knew he brought them folks out. Stop these people in their track and let these people see where they came from. Make these people go back to consider all these situations, because these people going to say and they going to screw up. Listen.
And worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day.
What was he doing, brother? He was announcing to us that day. What happened?
That ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Yeah.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
The record against you. He wanted them to witness against you this day. What was going to happen, Moses?
That I have set before you life and death.
So the whole time he was sitting down talking to our Father when he brought them out, I'm giving you life and death. When I get up and I teach y'all, what you think I'm giving you? Life and death. Come on.
Blessing and cursing.
What y'all think y'all getting? Blessings and curses. Come on.
Therefore choose life.
And do what?
That both thou and thy seed may live.
Come on.
That thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice.
That's what messed y'all up. Oh, you love him. You just won't obey. Just won't obey in word. Come on.
And that thou mayest cleave unto him.
Come on.
For he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
See that? Go right back to them. 29:1 of Deuteronomy. Listen to the book.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab.
Y'all hear that? This is what he commanded to make, a covenant. Come on, this is the first one? Come on.
Beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Besides the one he made with them in Horeb. Come on.
And Moses called unto all Israel, and said unto them,
What? Come on.
Ye have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land.
What happened?
The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles.
Yeah.
Yet the Lord hath not given you an heart to perceive,
Or
eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day.
there's a reason why. We went right back on to Isaiah, and what Isaiah, during Isaiah time, what was supposed to happen to us? Darken our eyes. Stop up our ears. Make our heart hard. Let you see with your eyes and hear with your ears, understand with your heart. And you be healed. Be converted. Well, you be converted. He said, I have to heal you. See, you got an incurable sickness called sin. Well, sin in continuation. That's the problem we got with the way of y'all synagogue. Y'all continue sinning. You do a sin, singular, but you sinning. You're continual in your behavior. And you're continual because you haven't laid to your heart the severity of the punishment that's going to come upon you by committing sin and sinning. You don't learn from one action. You got to go and you got to continue and become repetitive. That's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Let's see what happened right here in First Epistle of John right quick. We'll come back to the book of Deuteronomy, not the 29th chapter. Say me about the 31st chapter, I think is what I want. Hold that for me. I'm going to still get that 26th chapter book of Leviticus. This we do the Lord permit. Yes, this First Epistle of John chapter 3 at verse 1. Listen to the book.
Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us,
that we
should be called the sons of God.
What have we been called, brother? Sons of light. Literal. Sons of light. Because God is light. So anybody going to be of God got to be light.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Therefore, the world knoweth us not.
Why would he tell us the world knoweth us not? Because they knew him not. Who declared that? John did. You see how it makes sense when you go back to know? He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world didn't know him.
That's right.
That's what he tried to tell us in the 10th chapter of the book of Luke at verse 22. No man knoweth the Father but who? And no man know the Son but who? And to whom he will reveal himself. So this makes sense. This is not a far-fetched statement, but when you don't know the book, it just, it is what it is. It ain't it is what it is, dummy. It's what it says. Isn't that right? It derived from somewhere. Where did it derive from? Listen.
Because it knew him not.
Come on, son.
Beloved, now are we the sons of God.
Now are we who, brethren?
Sons of light.
Sons of light. Listen.
And it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
But we what?
Know
that when who?
He shall appear.
We shall do what?
Be like him.
Where we find reference to this at? Who? Paul? Got to answer, man. What you have, Beasley? We will see him as he is. Where that's at in the Bible? The fruit is in itself. He would already beat you. In the book of Genesis. Pick me up at Genesis 1 and 12. Y'all all right? You know what? That's the thing we look at. Guess what? Unlike these other people, they can afford to read this and get no understanding because they're going to hell anyway. He made Israel to sit down to know this. It wouldn't make sense for you to continue and not know what you're doing. It would be dumb. It's dangerous. Listen to the book.
And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind.
What happened, son?
And the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself.
We know when he shall appear, we're going to be like him, but we're going to see him as he is. Listen.
And every man that hath this hope in him.
No, back over to what you got in Genesis. You just do what you want to do, huh?
After his kind, and God saw that it was good.
Yeah.
And the evening and the morning were the third day.
Yeah.
And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Yeah.
And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth.
So this is something we consider when we look at this. We consider Genesis 1 and 1. Listen.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
And
the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light.
And there was
light.
So you had to have something to form it from.
Yeah.
Light had to come from light. Light can't come from darkness.
That's right.
It was already dark. There was no light there. Light had to be created and come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Those other lights that were created had to come from the sun.
Right.
So that's what we do know. When he shall appear, we know we're going to be like him. Because his seed is in itself. We come out from him.
That's right.
And every man at the first epistle of John, the 3rd chapter, what verse we're at 3?
Amen.
Let's see what he told us. Listen.
And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself,
even
as he is pure.
Just like he is pure. Come on, son.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
What is sin, son?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So what was Moses trying to do when he was teaching them law, statute, and commandment?
Not to sin.
What were they trying to do with the Most High God said, let me talk to him? Huh? He wanted to see light. When the Lord told Moses he wanted to speak to them, they feared they were going to die. He said if there was such a heart in them that they would do this always. This law, statute, commandment have nothing unless it's something to validate it. When I say validate or substantiate or something penalty attached to it, it would be better.
Right, right.
What's the penalty if I don't keep them?
Right.
What's the penalty if I don't do these statutes? What's the penalty if I don't do righteous judgment? Well, let me come down and talk to you. Maybe you understand it better. We good. You stop talking. Because if you keep talking, we going to die. Now you get it.
Yeah.
You're well spoken now. But what I need for you to have is a continual fear. Right. That's what you don't have.
Right.
The way of y'all synagogue to have. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, that's right.
Yeah.
They get it. You're right. If I talk to you, you're going to die. You are exactly right. But if there was such a heart in you that you will fear always, which means you won't commit sin.
Right.
Amen.
That's what you guys don't have. That's what you lack. That's what you lack. It's not in you. It's not in you because you don't believe. And y'all don't see it. It's going to be a snare to you. Jesus is a snare to us. People ain't dying in rapid numbers right among us. They're dying out there. So we don't consider it. We get to slip, mess up, come back, sing, pray, usher, dance, preach, whatever. Ain't going to do nothing. Ain't no fear. That's the snare. That's the snare. And Ezekiel, you know what they kept saying? It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
How many? That stuff many days off.
Yeah.
That's what Peter tried to tell y'all. Where's the promises that's coming? Yep. Since the fathers fell asleep, everything's still being the same thing.
All right.
Peter said, that's where you're ignorant.
Yep.
That's where you're ignorant. Because God not keeping time like you.
Yep.
One day with the Lord, there's 1,000 years. They ain't but a day.
That's right.
You ain't even made a day. You still on a minute scale with God because it's been a few years. If there was such a heart. He said they will fear me always. The fear that I got from those people when I came down and just spoke with them. So that, you mean that unravel y'all? When I came down and the smoke and the fire and the mountains started moving, did that really mess y'all up like that? Stay like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay like that. Stay like that. But as soon as it was over, you know what you were going to do.
Eat and drink, roll.
Right back to where you were. Sit down to do what?
Eat and drink.
And rise up.
Play.
I'll take us a little meal. You put everything you got on the table. Wonderful Savior. That's why we're here. Listen to what he's saying.
And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins.
To take away our reproach. Come on.
And in him is no sin.
None. Come on.
Whosoever abideth in him
doth what?
Sinneth not.
Come on.
Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither known him.
Yeah.
Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
Yeah.
he that committeth sin is of the devil.
Yeah.
For the devil sinneth from the beginning.
What are we looking at here? We're looking at people practicing or putting forth the acts of sin. Just continually sinning. Who do you think you more related to, God or the devil? Devil. You need to know that. You need to know that. Listen. Pick me up at 1 Epistle of John, the 2nd chapter. That sinneth that he put on now is a continuation. Just like he told you in the 15th chapter, 16th chapter, book of Mark, he that believe
it not.
Because I can believe something and don't.
All right.
I used to believe you can eat pork. That means if I say I used to believe, that means I still believe.
Nope.
I say I believe it.
Continue.
That means continue. I still believe that.
Yep. All right.
You got no old English writing.
All right.
That's a difference. Last I used to believe. I used to believe you can go on Sunday, and that was the Sabbath.
Yeah.
I ain't say I believe it, did I?
All right.
Means something changed. This is 1 Epistle of John chapter 2 at verse 1. Listen.
My little children, these things write I unto you.
That you what now?
Sin not.
What happened, son?
And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father.
Is he coming along and he giving us a license to commit sin?
No, sir.
No.
He lets you know if the act happened that somebody came to pay the price for it.
That's right.
You ain't got no business doing it again. That's the difference. He let you know about sinning. He tell you about somebody, you still doing the same thing. That wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense. He said, then you must be of the devil. Because the devil sinneth from the beginning. He kept sinning. That's what y'all doing. You gonna keep sinning? Listen to what he told us. Come on, son.
Jesus Christ, the righteous.
Listen.
And he is the propitiation for our sins.
And not
for ours only,
but also
for the sins of the whole world.
Tell me something we know, son.
And hereby we do know that we know him.
If we do what?
Keep his commandments.
That's why Jesus told you had never heard his voice at any time. Because there was a covenant made there. You couldn't have heard it. Because hereby we do know that we know him if we do what?
Keep his commandments.
He that
saith, I know him,
and keepeth not
his commandments,
is still saved,
a liar,
and the truth
is not in him.
Oh, we got a book say he spoke to our fathers, but apparently you didn't hear the covenant because you still sitting around committing sin. At some point, you got to stop, folks. At some point, you got to stop what you're doing. Y'all got to consider. Put me in the 33rd chapter, book of Exodus. Y'all all right today?
Man.
I got too much going on. Time to reassess the situation. Look at where you're at. Look at how you got there. And you know what's amazing? Going over Deuteronomy Day the first time y'all been told before to sit down and make a list. Look at where you're at. Look at what you're trying to do. Look at where you're going. How did you get there? What are y'all thinking? You're not going forward. You started serving backwards. Look at the mess we come out of. And y'all willing to go back into it? This is the 33rd chapter, book of Exodus at verse 1. Listen to the book.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Depart, and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt.
Thou and who?
The people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt.
Almost look like he's throwing them on Moses. Yeah. Come on.
Unto the land.
Told Moses went to Pharaoh, let my people go. Now he said, you and the people you brought up.
All right.
Come on.
Unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
See how important about our fathers? He going to keep his covenant. Come on, son.
Saying, unto thy seed will I give it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will send an angel before thee.
To do what?
And I will drive out the Canaanite, and the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
Come on.
For I will not go up in the midst of thee.
Y'all hear this? it's going to be best if I don't be there. Why?
For thou art a stiff-necked people.
You're just hard-faced. He said, it's best I don't go in the midst of you because you're a stiff-necked people. And what'll happen?
Lest I consume thee in the way.
Surely the Lord don't do nothing except he reveal his servant the prophet.
Yes, sir.
Lord said, y'all don't see the mercy and the grace in that? It's going to be best I don't be there. But I'll send an ambassador. Because if I go, I'll wind up killing y'all. Listen.
And when the people heard these evil tidings,
what happened?
They mourned.
And what happened?
And no man did put on him his ornaments.
Who does remind us of?
David.
And Josiah. His heart was tender. Men of Nineveh. They took their stuff off. They repented at the preaching of Jonah.
Yeah.
These people took their stuff off, not y'all. A new outfit will make you feel good when you commit sin and transgress. Sometimes that's what you got to do, put on better clothes. Sometimes you be a better sinner. See the difference in these people, what they did? The people, listen what happened. Was that all? Listen.
For the Lord had said unto Moses,
what did he tell Moses?
Say unto the children of Israel,
do what?
Ye are a stiff-necked people.
You're a stiff-necked people. I don't think a man of God ought to talk to people like that. People are more educated now. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things you shouldn't say to people, not a leadership. Moses must not have been a true leader, huh? Go ahead.
I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment, and consume thee. Therefore now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee.
Stripped them. Why you think David and all of them knew the practice of taking stuff off?
Yeah.
Where you think they got it from? You know, saying here, realize, man, I done killed a man for his wife.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in the world I'm going to put this stuff on and just go flaunt my behind around him like everything cool. Man, put on sackcloth and ashes.
Yep.
Put on for disgrace and shame. He don't. So the Lord, he wanted to set back. You did that because you want to wait to see what the Lord, so he can see what he's going to do with it.
Right, right.
He said, but watching you walk around with that proud look, watching you walk around, you ain't changed nothing. You subject to go back and do it again. He could have just left him. He could have just left it on him.
Yeah.
All
right.
Isaiah chapter 3. Y'all all right today?
Amen.
Amen.
Give me 3 and 12. Wonderful. Say, y'all getting anything out of it today?
Yes,
A lot for us to consider, ain't it? We had to come back and look at these things. You see, you'll get to going and you just enjoying it. Oh, we just find them in the scripture. You sit up here and you ain't found yourself, though, huh? This is Isaiah 3 and 12. Listen to the book.
As for my people,
what happened?
Children are their oppressors.
And who else?
And women rule over them.
What happened?
O my people,
they was do what?
Lead thee, cause thee to err.
And destroy the what?
The way of thy paths.
At verse 17. Make it 16. Listen.
Amen. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
What you think gonna happen you keep that stuff on? What happened, son?
Walking and mincing as they go.
Yeah.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
Yeah.
Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Yeah.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Yeah.
In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments.
Y'all see that? Sound familiar?
Yep.
This is Isaiah coming on generations after Moses. And he looking at these people saying, the people erring. Children are their oppressor and women lead them. So they would lead you, cause you to err. They destroy the way of your path. So the Lord saw, you know what? I've seen these people before. Take all that junk off.
Yep.
Take all that junk off. So I know what to do with you.
So,
at the 4th chapter book, Isaiah, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Other brother got me Deuteronomy chapter 31. Hold that for me. Listen.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Yeah.
Saying, we will eat our own bread.
And do what?
Wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach.
You know what they didn't ask for? Give us back that stuff we had.
Yep. All right.
They started to consider. It took all that instead of well-set hair.
Yep.
Balling. You look at this magazine. White women ain't going bald. Asian women not going bald.
All right.
Indian women, Mexican women, black women going bald.
Yep.
You had well-set hair. You got baldness now.
Mm-hmm.
You looking at African tribe. You watch a black woman walk around and jet bald headed.
Yep.
No, but he said my people don't even consider the black woman is bald headed.
Yep.
What other race do y'all see walking around here having a problem with baldness? Only us.
Yep.
Only us. It's killing us.
Yep.
Oh, they get some cancer patients that come up with it. You ain't even got cancer. Other than skin cancer, you study going bald headed.
Yep.
Every time you brush and comb your hair, you comb out and brush out more than you got.
That's right.
He said, instead of well-set hair, I'm going to give you baldness. It took all that for them to realize something. They didn't ask for now one, if I just get a bracelet, one little bracelet, if I can get a bang around my ankle, one little earring, if I can get some perfume, I'm good. Take away the reproach. That's what they consider.
Yes, sir.
Why y'all don't consider the reproach? The reproach is the offense. So the offense still stands. Like y'all sitting here, God still got an offense with you. All you looking for is the junk back. You ain't considering the offense is still imputed against you. It took all that for them to realize that. I ain't even worried about it. Give me my hair back. Give me weave. You still gonna be bald?
Yep.
They had scarves. One word about that. Take away the reproach. We'll wear what we're supposed to wear now.
Yep.
Let us be called by your name. Just take away the reproach. They looked at causing, why am I bald? Why have I been stripped down? Why do I stink? You had perfume bottles. We were talking the book of Exodus. He talked about the apothecary or the stuff we made up to put on ourselves. We weren't never no stinking people. We learned that from the Egyptian.
Right.
Like he told you, Isaiah told my people don't even consider. They don't even consider. You don't even know who he is, do you? Y'all have no idea what this man trying to do to get you to turn. All that just to get them to a point where they said, we want to be called by your name. You can have that stuff. That stuff ain't going to save me. That stuff wind up getting me in a fix with God.
Right.
And y'all don't even consider some stuff ain't good for you. Some men, some women, some jobs, some people, some activity. It just ain't good for you. That's for to let the folks have it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Everything don't fit. Why? Rashida got it. Why I can't? Go ahead and get it.
Yep.
You go ahead and get it. I'll show you why. I'll stop. Quit measuring yourself by other people and what they got.
Right.
Amen.
Some people got stuff God got them said to go to hell with it.
Yep.
Some people can have it and it ain't going to hurt them.
That's right.
Because their heart and their work and their application toward God is in the right place.
That's right.
Riches don't mean you going to hell.
Amen.
Make a whole lot of sense. Joseph of Arimathea, what was he broke?
Rich man.
What was on welfare?
Rich man.
Rich. What did Paul tell us to do with the rich? That they be what? That they go get broke like everybody else.
Ready to distribute.
Ready to distribute. Willing to communicate, which means what? Share.
That's right.
You got to be ready to share. He realized anyway in the world, what a bunch of broke people going to do together?
Nothing.
Nothing. He let them know you're going to be rich. You're going to have to wind up, you have to break everybody off something.
Break bread. That's right.
He knew one rich person among them wasn't going to do nothing. Nigga beg you to death.
Yep. That's right.
We got to look at how do we get away from the offense. That's the problem with you guys. You don't consider the offense. At the 31st chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. Wonderful Savior. Deuteronomy chapter 31. Let's see what 31 and 1 say. For whatever reason. Listen to the book.
And Moses went and spake these words unto all Israel. And he said unto them, I am 120 years old this day. I can no more go out and come in. Also the Lord have said unto me, thou shalt not go over this Jordan. The Lord thy God, he will go over before thee, and he will destroy these nations from before thee, and thou shalt possess them. And Joshua, he shall go over before thee, as the Lord have said.
Oh, pick me back to 17 verse of that book. 31:17. Listen.
Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day.
Make it 15. Come on.
And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land.
Y'all hear what he let him know? You finna die, and you just already know before you leave here, these people ain't nothing but some flat whores. Yeah. They gonna cut the monkey fool as soon as you out of here. Come on.
Whither they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them.
That's why he told you need to heard his voice. Remember he spake that he gave us a covenant. He let us know what was going to happen. As soon as you die, these folks going to get out here and they're going to get scattered among these other people and they're going to break my covenant. That's why y'all do some of the stuff y'all do. Y'all get it from these other people. They TV shows teach y'all how to be more cunning and slick. It's cute.
That's right.
Where them little twins got that little show shacking up, the little black girl. Tamia and Tamara. Game. The game. That's a game? Y'all some stupid niggas.
Yeah.
That's a game. Shacking up a game. That's why it ain't no offense.
Yep.
Because when I think game, what I think of? Football game, video game, hockey game. It ain't real. A game? Monopoly, is it real? Can you take that money and buy something with it? So they got to show what somebody's shacking up called the game.
Right.
It's not real. They see y'all coming. Yep. Y'all don't think about nothing, do y'all? These people have dumbed us down.
Yes, sir.
They have dumbed us down. Listen.
Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them.
Lord have mercy. Come on.
And they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them.
I don't know why all this stuff happened to us. I don't have no idea. I couldn't imagine why stuff going on with us. Come on.
So that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us?
Come on.
And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods.
That's why we say here, look at why the Lord turned their face on the Lord Jesus. Because of us. One thing he did, Peter said he did no sin, neither was God found it. They ain't even consider, did they? The reason why he ain't answering this man ain't because of him. It's because of us.
Yeah.
In that day, I'm going to surely hide my face from these people. Come on.
Now, therefore, write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel, put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel.
Come on.
For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods.
I don't know what that could possibly mean. After they done ate, what will happen before they turn to other gods?
For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods.
Just, if y'all got a pen, just scratch that out your Bible. That's what Moses lied. That's what Moses lied at. Because that ain't never happened. Surely the Lord don't do nothing except be revealed to his servant the prophet. Yep. That's why David said, let your table be a snare. Yeah, right. Let you bow down your back always. Wow. That which should have been for your good. Let that thing be as a recompense upon you. As soon as you sound and eating, you get fat. You make a fool out yourself. Listen.
And serve them and provoke me and break my covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass when many evils and troubles are befalling them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness.
Come on.
For it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed, for I know their imagination which they go about even now before I have brought them into the land which I swear.
The Lord said, I already know what they're thinking before they even get there. I already knew. Just like Jesus, he knew what they were going to think before they even let it come out their mouth. Yep. He already perceived their thoughts before they can open their mouth to ask.
Yep.
The Lord said, before I took them in the land, you didn't think I knew what y'all were going to do. Y'all think y'all just popped up on God out of somewhere and he had no idea what y'all were going to do with him? Go ahead.
Moses therefore wrote this song the same day and taught it the children of Israel.
And did what?
Gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge. And said, be strong and of a good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them.
Yeah.
And I will be with thee.
Come on.
And it came to pass, when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book.
Until when?
They were finished.
Till they were finished. What happened, son?
That Moses commanded the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there for a witness against thee.
Yeah.
For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck.
I know you. You rebellious and stiff neck. What's going to happen, Moses?
Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day.
What happened?
Ye have been rebellious against the Lord.
I can see y'all now while I'm alive. So what's going to happen after you die, Moses? I'm going to be surprised.
And how much more after my death?
Nothing going to change with y'all, is it? Y'all ain't going to wake up to know y'all ain't doing nothing God ain't already aware of. You ain't coming up with nothing new, nothing slick. Nothing that ain't already been tried before by people that look just like you that you connect to. Y'all ain't doing nothing new, nothing different. All we doing is just plotting the same foolish mess that got them cut off and got us dispersed out in this place. That's why we are here now, like fools. In a God-forsaken place, wondering why God not among us. Look at what you're doing. 5th chapter of the book of Ezekiel. At verse 1. Ezekiel 5:1. Those that frequent, avid watchers and listeners, I tell you once again, I keep warning them well, you need to get a pastor. It ain't enough to keep sitting around saying you watching me. You need a pastor. The mere fact that you watching me states you don't have one.
Yep.
Can't keep sitting around using that for no excuse so you ain't got to obey and comply. Isn't that right? I already know how the scheme works. Watch me, call me your pastor, but don't support it, don't obey what I tell you. Because you ain't showing up in no feast day. I don't know how you thinking you're obeying watching me.
Right.
That's not my teaching. Just watch me and don't show up and don't. That's not my teaching. That'd be contradicting. They're not going to pay their tithe and offering because they already know they're going to say, well, I really ain't a member. So it ain't like, once the Lord do show me where I'm going to go, that's where I'm going to serve and pay my tithe at. See, that's all new. I ain't never heard that one before. Must be the first time it was ever stated. Come on.
And
it's Ezekiel 5:1. Listen.
And thou, son of man,
do what?
Take thee a sharp knife.
And do what?
Take thee a barber's razor.
And do what?
And cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard.
Come on.
Then take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair.
Come on.
Thou shalt burn with fire a third part in the midst of the city.
He won't have to use a scale. You don't get it. You don't just eye measure it. Nope. Put in your hand. It feel like a third. Get you a scale.
That's right.
We talked in the 6th chapter of the book of Revelation. We finally had a scale, didn't it? Yep. 2 balances.
Right.
You have to be able to weigh it. Yeah. Listen.
When the days of the siege.
God's word, it ain't lost a pound. He ain't scared to weigh it.
That's right.
That's why I keep a scale with him.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
When the days of the siege are fulfilled.
When the days of the siege are fulfilled. Tell me what's going to happen, son.
And thou shalt take a third part and smite about it with a knife.
You hear that? Take that knife, and I want you to just cut. Just start cutting them. Listen.
And a third part thou shalt scatter in the wind.
And the other part I want you to scatter in the wind.
And I will draw out a sword after them.
And I'm going to send a sword right out behind them. Come on.
Thou shalt also take thereof a few in number.
Yeah.
And bind them in thy skirts.
Yeah.
Then take of them again and cast them into the midst of the fire.
And then take of them and cast them in the midst of the fire. Listen.
And burn them in the fire.
And burn them in the fire.
For thereof shall a fire come forth into all the house of Israel.
Talk to him. I want to know who he's talking about.
Thus saith the Lord God.
Yeah.
This is Jerusalem.
He told you about when you hear the desolation of Daniel. What about Ezekiel?
Yeah. All right.
He just told you, this is Jerusalem. He told you the siege. Didn't Jesus tell you about your enemy going to come in and compass you round about?
That's right.
Wow. 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 This is Jerusalem. Somebody just cast in the wind. That's how we got out here. Yep. What do you think the wind gonna blow here if you throw it in? Let's say bear hair. Bear hair stay clotted, so it all go in the same place.
It's gonna go everywhere.
It gonna go everywhere. If it ain't no bear hair, it gonna spread. Yep. If that nigga not start law, no, stay together. All of it go the same place. We had some good hair one time. Let's say better hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fly, go all in, the wind can take it. You take this stuff now, man, you got to get a monsoon rain to drag this stuff. Hook it to a tractor. That's just to pull it off the top of your head when it's already been cut. We had the kind of hair you could take it, man, and just let the wind just blow, just scatter. We got to carry it to that Mahatma right. They really get that stuff, they throw that thing and just scatter. What did the Uncle Ben, what you said, Mahatma? That who? That Uncle Ben, I said Mahatma. I don't do that Mahatma. That stuff stick together to be in the plane. You get that Uncle Ben, throw that stuff like that stuff scatter. I like Carrie, I ain't got no rice to be throwing. I'm cooking everything I get. I go to West my throwing right, I'm get a bag and catch all of it before it hit the ground.
That's right, that's right.
Now we got to consider. And Ezekiel the 2nd chapter. I know y'all a little tired today. Y'all don't like this.
All right.
Y'all better consider.
Man.
Amen.
I better consider. This is Ezekiel the 2nd chapter. Verse 1, listen.
And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel.
Talk to me, son.
To a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me.
I wonder was Ezekiel been surprised to hear that. Nope. What kind of, let me see what their position was. Ezekiel 1:1.
All right.
Ezekiel 1:1. Listen to the book.
Now it came to pass.
The other one hold me Ezekiel 3:1. Come on.
Now it came to pass in the 30th year.
Yeah.
In the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Shebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God.
Yeah.
In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest.
Who is that Jehoiakim? Zedekiah was our last king. Jehoiakim was one we went into captivity with. We went into captivity with him in the 5th year of his captivity. Ezekiel giving testimony to it. It's important he let us know when. Come on.
Unto Ezekiel the priest.
Unto who?
Ezekiel the priest.
Back over, if you would, to the 2nd chapter. Where you left off, verse 4? 2 and 4?
3.
2 and 3. Let them get it. Listen.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Y'all hear that? This ain't the first time. Moses told her what was going to happen. Moses couldn't be no liar.
Amen.
Moses said, you've been rebellious since I've been alive. You know how much more you're going to be rebellious in my death? Now, the priest would know this, because we just finished reading the 31st, what was it, the 31st chapter of the book of Deuteronomy? Moses taught him this song and put it in the book. You didn't even know the whole time Moses was writing it. This was a song. And he wrote it, and it was the law. And he wrote it and put in a book till it was finished. And he gave it to the priest. That's why he'd have told her how the priest's lips should keep what? And the people should hear the law where? For he is the message of God. Who else was going to get a book to? He gave it to the priest. That's why he would let Ezekiel go and speak to him. Ezekiel would know the law, so therefore he already know. This ain't the first time. I'm not surprised to hear about them being rebellious. Since the day of their fathers, even to now, I'm not surprised. I know the law. Y'all don't actually think y'all throw me, do you? Listen.
For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted.
Come on.
I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God.
And what happens, son?
And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear,
yeah,
for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Well, they listen or don't listen. I think the Lord, he don't send me with to understand, when you speak, everybody going to hear you. All of them going to hear you. Not at all. Whether they hear or whether they forbear. They just say, I ain't paying no attention, I ain't going to do it. You're going to know a prophet have been among you. Other brother, the 3rd chapter, book of Ezekiel, 3:1.
Man.
Hold me the 26th chapter of the book of Leviticus. And I try to get ready to get through with y'all. Wonderful Savior.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Listen to the book.
Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest.
Yeah.
Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Yeah.
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I have that I give thee.
Yeah.
Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel,
yeah,
and speak with the words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech,
yeah,
and of an hard language,
yeah,
but to the house of Israel.
What happened?
Not to many people of a strange speech.
Not to many people of a what?
Strange speech.
A foreign speech?
Amen.
Why would you tell me that?
And of an hard language.
Why?
Whose words thou canst not understand.
Why would you tell me that, Lord?
Surely had I sent thee to them,
what would happen?
They would have hearkened unto thee.
I'd have sent you to anybody else. They'd have listened. You won't hear God. He said, if I'd have sent you to somebody else of a hard language or foreign speech, they would have listened. Who that remind us of?
Jonah.
Paul told at 28:28, ask the apostle. Other brother, give me 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and 1. I'm going to get that 26 of Leviticus. We got to see if this stuff makes sense, don't we?
Yeah.
This is actually the apostle 28:28. Listen.
Be it known therefore unto you
that what?
The salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles.
That the salvation of who?
God.
Is sent where?
The Gentiles.
And what happens, son?
And that they will hear it.
Yep.
Let's just think about it. God just came and told me to go speak to another nation when it had been declared already by the Lord Jesus, who appeared unto me and already told the apostle, don't even go to any of the other nations. Only go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And all of a sudden, I'm getting a commission for me to go and speak to some more people. I got to have some kind of reference.
Yeah.
Why would they hear me? Because I got to know the book of Ezekiel.
Yep.
Amen.
If I went to them and I spoke to them, they would hear it. So the Lord would have told me he was going to send him to them and the Gentiles. This ain't far-fetched. They would hear it. See, we just took it at where he told us, didn't we? We didn't consider what Ezekiel said.
Yeah.
He told Ezekiel clearly, if you went and talked to some Gentiles, you know they'll listen to you.
Yeah.
So that's why Paul was able to tell her, 28 and 28 again. Be it known to who?
Be it known therefore unto you.
Who would be you? Got to be the Jews. Come on, son.
That the salvation of God is sent unto the Gentiles.
And?
That they will hear it.
They'll listen. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. Listen to the book.
Would to God you could bear with me a little in my folly.
And indeed,
bear with me.
Listen.
For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Yes.
For I have espoused you to one husband.
Yeah.
That I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
Yeah.
But I fear, lest by any means,
as the what?
Serpent beguiled Eve.
What will happen to us?
Through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
That's what done happened to us. A lot of y'all done sit here and you don't wind up these people so subtle, these people so crafty, they don't wind up getting y'all away from the simpleness of the word. The word is simple. Simplicity, break it down by its just root word, just being simple. They just put a little extra additive by putting this simplicity on the end of it. You think it's something so difficult or extraordinary. That's all it is. This way is simple. This ain't no hard way. You've been told, you've been taught, it's been explained to you. This is a simple way. This ain't no hard way. The hard way is to a transgressor. The way of a transgressor is hard. He said, my yoke is simple. My burdens are light. Listen.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached.
Yeah.
Or if ye receive another spirit.
Whom what?
Which ye have not received.
What happened?
Or another gospel.
Yeah.
Which ye have not accepted.
What happened, Brandon?
Ye might well bear with him.
Sounds similar to Ezekiel. They're not going to listen to you. Because you're not come talking about no idol gods. You're not coming telling these people they can fornicate and they can commit adultery, they can lie, cheat, and steal. So they're not going to listen to you. But if somebody came and told them that, they'll bear with you, Ezekiel. Yeah. That's why I know the people can't tolerate me, because I'm not telling the people what they want to hear.
That's right.
That's what Paul tried to tell Timothy, how they're going to heap to themselves teachers having what kind? And they're going to turn away their ears from what? And be turned to what? Look at the average of this folk teaching ain't nothing but some little nursery rhyme fables.
Yep.
Truth being told, people ain't enduring nothing now. People don't want to hear nothing that come at them and tell them what they're doing wrong. That's what Isaiah tried to tell you. He told them to go and write in the book and note it. It'd be for a time to come that this is a what?
Yeah.
What kind of children? Lying children. That's why you should try to tell you or your father the devil, lust your father, he'll do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and he a bold not in the truth. When he speaketh the lie, where he speak of? Yeah. For he is a what? And the father, he's a liar. And that's why he called you lying children. You missed it. He would tell you the child of the devil.
Yeah.
And you were lying children, you got to go back and look at the father.
Yeah.
How many of y'all school kids? How many not school kids? How many of y'all teachers, professional, educators? So you have students. They be adults or children. Children mess up, who you call? Who sometime you see kids mess up, you start thinking it originate from? Parents. Is that the same way you look at it? So he called them lying children. Who you think he was looking at? He was looking at the parent. I don't want to tell them. Educators do that. You see kids cutting the food, you start assessing. Parent don't do nothing. Parent not in the home. Yep. Parent let them do it. Parent recover from them. Parent not do it. Am I lying? So when he sat around, he looked at lying children. Where do you think he put the fault at? The parents. Because our law told us specifically that we were supposed to teach our children and our children's children. Let them teach another generation. It ain't hard to tell why we're in the situation we're in. Why y'all think we messed up so bad? Go back and look at our parents. Did they teach us this?
No.
And what did our parents wind up doing? They were transgressors.
Yep.
Which make us children of transgressors.
Right.
Now we come along, we're trying to wipe the bastard seed out.
Right.
Amen.
The purpose of Christ's coming was to legitimate us. A bastard is an illegitimate child. A bastard can't receive a covenant. That's why Ishmael, not a covenant of everlasting life. That makes sense?
Amen.
He did get a covenant, but it wasn't no everlasting life.
Right.
He was a bastard.
Right.
He got at best what a bastard could get. We start looking at legitimated children, what they get. That's who get the promise. That makes sense?
Amen.
That's who get the promise. So you got to sit down and consider what you're doing. Are you a bastard or are you legitimate? You will know in the day of judgment. When you leave here, you ain't got it. You'll know clearly what side you're on. Y'all got to start becoming conscious. Y'all got to start paying attention. Y'all soul on the line. We got too many faults and defects for y'all to be sleeping in days and all. You still another Sabbath. You ain't got the spirit. You have no knowledge of why. You have no idea why things are going on with you. You have no idea. Is it because you're not his people? Because you're just not conscious. You don't care. You don't wish to know. Because you're just like the sons of Eli. You know what God's going to do with you when you find out. So therefore, you try to act like you can't hear. You don't pay attention. Why do you think the prophets when they ran up on a prophet, they stopped up their ears? Why do you think what they did to Stephen? They stopped up their ears. Yep. Where do you think they got that from? They wanted to stop. Yep. This man that went through, started recording. Just came up and witnessed against them from everything from Egypt up. Mm-hmm. How they thrust Moses from among them. Yep. How he supposed his brother would have understood how God by his hand would deliver. So they understood not. Yep. That man took them all the way through with Joshua, then took them through with King David, all of them, and told all the prophets God gave them delivering the law by dispensation of angels. Yep. That's 7 and 50. Acts of the Apostles, chapter 7. Make it verse 49. Man, y'all so tired. I feel so sorry for y'all. Y'all sleep y'all way right to hell. Yeah. Yep. Y'all already living it. All you got to do one day your eyes closed and lift them up and you be sitting right in hell. Then you fulfill it. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's your soul. You ain't got to be, listen, I know, you just stop, cut off, we can be done. When you get to hell, you can say like Jesus, it is finished. Yep. It is finished. Let's start. Folks, y'all better wake y'all behind up in here. We're trying to go back and look at the offense. We're in a God-forsaken place. This is not our homeland. I don't care what you put here. How much Bible we read here, how much teaching we get, we're still not in the place. Yep. Amen. Part of the covenant was that he said he was going to come and fetch us. Why hadn't he come and got us yet?
That's right. That's right.
They don't consider that.
Yeah.
We going one day. The old people had an idea when they were going back.
Yeah.
They were told in their fourth generation.
They're right.
We've been in this place a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Lord ain't going to reveal a lot of things to y'all because y'all got to get y'all stuff together. Don't make sense. As long as y'all keep sitting here trying to figure out how to become more transgressors. And all you're doing become more detrimental to yourself. This is 7 and 40. Make it 7:47. That was a good playing. Listen to the book. Acts chapter 7 and verse 47. Listen.
But Solomon built him an house, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
Y'all see that? So I already told us that. That house he built. I know in the world God was going to dwell in now. Listen.
Heaven is my throne.
And what else?
Earth is my footstool.
What did he want to know?
What house will you build me?
Come on, son.
Saith the Lord. Or what is the place of my rest?
Come on.
Have not my hands made all these things?
Yeah.
Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears.
Yeah.
Ye do always resist the Ruach HaKodesh.
Y'all see that? Same thing Moses told her. Same thing Ezekiel told her. Same thing another prophet told her. You stiff-necked. You ain't going to turn. You hard-faced. You just not going to turn. It's not going to move. It nothing move, y'all. On the table, the penalty of death. We talking about eternal death. Still ain't going to move. Y'all can still sleep through. I'm going to hell, go to hell. That don't bother y'all. Just go to hell. That's it. That didn't agitate anything. Peter even talking about stirring up your prayer. It's got to agitate something.
Right.
You closer to hell than you are salvation. You ain't going to turn. Y'all still be wicked women, wicked men. You're going to be unforgiving. You're going to be hard-headed, disobedient. You're not going to turn and be faithful and conduct yourself according to what you've been taught. You ain't going to obey leadership. Wait, so what's going to be your latter end? Flip a coin and see what it's going to be. Or you know it's surety. Why the Lord let us take this time out today? Why slow us down like this? Because you get it going, and y'all done come now when you're so used to getting taught and finding, I ain't never know that about Jesus. And the truth of the matter is, it ain't going to help you where you going.
Right. Yeah.
Some stuff actually not going to help you where you going. We got to start looking at folks, where you headed to? Why you headed to hell? Let's go back and let's look at why. You've been told this continually over time. All we've been told about stiff-necked, I know you're going to miss. I know you're going to turn. You're going to wind up yourself, throw it right out the land as soon as you get there. Still ain't going to turn. Solomon got to tell her, if my people that are called by my name, that's what Isaiah said. We said at that point when he stripped us down, we said, let us be called by your name. Yeah. That's part of what Solomon got to get him to condition us to. Seek my face. Turn from the what? Then I forgive the sin. I heal the land. When y'all going to turn? When you going to start to seek God wholeheartedly versus temporarily get out of some situation or get ahead on some stuff? At the end of the day, it's your life. Y'all can sit in here and sleep all y'all want to. You sleep your way right to hell. I'm going to help y'all out with it. I ain't going to bother you. And I ain't going to pray for you. Not for your good. Because if you bold enough to sit here and you willing to go to sleep and I'm teaching you and trying to get you to consider him, not me. This ain't a message about giving me no money or help us get no property. This ain't no message about trying to be in no family life center. This is a message about you considering yourself and looking at where you at before you die and go to hell forever. So if you can sleep, you good, I'm better. I will not pray for you. I catch you sleep, I'll leave you right where you at. Usher, don't touch them. Leave them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. Let them fall right in the ditch. This thing going to be a snare to you. Ain't no use of me keep stopping you. Listen, you got to care for yourself.
Yep.
When you don't care about yourself? Exactly right, when it's too late. I'm putting the time in now. Hip hurt, leg hurt, feet tired, stand up here and keep preaching. And I got to wake you up and make you stay up to hear it. I won't do it no more. Let them sleep. Anybody in their way, move out of their way. You wake them up, may you be partakers of whatever they get. Leave them where they at. Just move on, let them just slide and hit the seat and let them lay down real nice. They'll be all right. Yep. They'll do that 1 time, 2 minutes, and lift their eyes right up in hell. Yep. We sitting here looking at the offense. This for all of us. Amen. We're looking at the offense. That's all we're examining. Let's look at the offense. What's going to take away the offense? What are you doing different? So if you can sleep, why I'm worried about it? You can still keep playing, why I'm worried about it? Make it sense. Don't pray for these people for their good. You won't listen to him. Why would God listen to you? Why? He's telling you something. Even with Jeremiah, look like, why would God do it? Because God looking at, how long have I been talking to these people? How long do I have to keep forbearing with these people? And prophets keep talking to me, asking me, men of God all the time. Why, Lord? Be patient with them, Lord. Give them a chance, Lord. Lord, a chance? The man said, I done sent you all my prophets. Rising up early, testifying to you. But you wouldn't hear. Then you want to know, your fathers, where are they? Where are our fathers at? The prophets. He said, do they live forever? But I tell you what.
Word took hold.
Did my word take hold of them?
That's right.
Later they returned and said, as the Lord intended to do with us, he did it. Moses told him he was going to scatter us and get us out of there. Just like Uncle being rice, we scattered. Look at us. In every place you look, you can't find a black face ain't being persecuted.
That's right. You
don't have no conglomerate of black people nowhere that ain't being persecuted in no country.
That's right. Yep.
Just like the Lord intended. He did it to us. Scattered right among us. We don't know one of us from another. Well, we're Nigerian. Jamaicans, Haitians. Everything folk done came up with done gave it, not our nationalities. No region of land we've been scattered, dispersed in. Now we done took on these folk right witchcraft from them. We always pick up the wrong stuff from them.
Yeah.
Witchcraft and hoeing.
Yep.
They're being telling the truth how to get drunk and smoke weed. Go get a Jamaican. What they known for? Serving God.
Weed.
Smoking weed.
Yep.
What Haitian known for? Witchcraft.
Yep.
What Nigeria known for? Lying and scamming.
Yep.
I'm just saying, none of these nationalities, even what niggas known for? Being a nigga. Jumping people. I'm just saying, look at it. Where are we at? Where is a region that we from we know any good?
Right.
Everyone got some kind of bad fixation attached to it.
Yep.
Everywhere. No. Those are credible, honorable people. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Because we hadn't honored and feared our God. It's time to get ourselves together. Get rid of these hyphenated titles these people keep giving us, attaching us to no land.
That's right.
On land, you're going to attach us. We were Jews and Hebrews before we even got to Jerusalem.
That's right.
That's just the place he swore our father he was going to return us to.
Yep.
A city of peace. We ain't called by no Jerusalem.
That's right.
Man, clearly told the time gonna come, you need to go worship in this mountain, nor in Jerusalem.
Yep.
What mount? The Mount of Olives. I don't even know what you're talking about. The Mount of Olives is where they worship that? He met the Samaritan woman in the Mount of Olives. Sinai. The Lord dispersed us away from them. He got them away from them. Their transgression. That man said Mount of Olives. That man thinking about eating pizza. Look at it. And then he got us out of Jerusalem. Places where we heard the word.
Yeah.
Y'all don't consider that? We're sitting here reading a book that told us before we ever got here, you're going to wind up being cast out. 28:54, right quick. I'm not having that 7th chapter book of Acts. Don't worry about it. I'm sure how they ran up and they stopped up their ears.
I think he was.
That's how rotten y'all. You don't want to hear it. That's what y'all do. How y'all go to sleep so you don't have to hear me. They hear me just so boring. It ain't me so boring. You know you're going to hell. You ain't even going to try to fight to get out. So I ain't no use of me trying to drag out. You mess around and pull me in hell with you. This is the 28th chapter book of Deuteronomy at verse 54. Listen to the book.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Come on.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
Come on.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Y'all see that? Look at you now, black women. Look at you. That just be telling the truth. Ain't nobody run a black man down like a black woman.
Yeah.
That just tell the truth. You don't see no white women on TV run down no black man.
No.
Gonna be some skank hoe with some weed.
Yep.
Walking around with a plastic booty and tits about to bust both her kneecaps out.
Yep.
Gonna tell her how sorry a man is and she done produced kids by one. Laid on her sorry back and flopped her legs up and made a baby by a black man. They gonna run them down. Now what they say about you? If I should go and say my wife is a dog, my wife is a low down, no good dog, and I slept with her, what kind of animal would that make me? Or I practice bestiality. We're in bad shape.
Yep.
Then don't forget your kids. These kids can forget it now. Mama Ryan leave me in a minute. Just can't count on. Mama ain't gonna sell baby. Bathe, clean, baby got so much done. Wax come out there done. Ears, they just look like some them sugar daddies. That's why them stuff sugar daddy in your baby ears. All I do is put a stick in it and twist it up and just go wrap it up and sell it at the done circle.
That's right.
Kid ain't got no cotton in their drawer unless it's candy. Just bad off. These kids not just being with you. It's coming to pass. Mothers ain't got no care for their kid and their eye evil toward their husband. Even toward the kid. They got to go out and make their feet so. You got on them whole shoes. You sit up here and walk around like you walking on some done, like you walking on some, what them big old tall them some done stilts or something. Like you some kind of done stair walker.
That's right.
Then her feet messed up. She too sorry to get. Go tell her to get up. My foot hurt. That's what he just told. What did he say again right here, son, at 55? What happened with the woman?
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
You see that? Skank ain't gonna get out the bed to do nothing. I ain't been with it. Black woman was known for how courageous she was.
Yep.
Taking care of home and getting up. Man, that stank thing getting to bed, now you can forget it.
Mm-hmm.
That being told the truth. The Lord letting you see it coming to pass. Listen.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Man, they're trying to get some titty milk. She want to kill him. Husband of her bosom. And then, look, what else?
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
Lord have mercy. She don't even consider that now. She got to get to the club. Ain't even healed up good. Baby don't stand a chance now. I'm being these baby don't stand a chance now. This teacher here don't get in our women, we in trouble.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. It's stuff a black woman just wouldn't do. Leave her kid, you can kill her for that happen. Not take care of her kids, she'll die.
Yep.
Stank thing, leave him, dump him off on the man, hit the done street.
Yep.
They ain't run out here like she got a penis. I'm being honest. A man of pit, they had a hat. Papa was a what now?
Rolling Stone.
Wherever he laid his hat.
Was his home.
That's mama's story now.
Yep. You right.
Mama got the whole get to the club, leave with anybody.
Yep.
Just met some nigga, let him keep her kid. A nigga, every time you be like, you don't take your man around, a black woman, let me tell you something. If she dated a man, it'd be so long for that nigga meet them kids be come out of college. He ain't never know she had them.
Yep.
Soon the nigga wink, she got the child stuck up there with him, laid up in the middle of him. Put him in the bed on the back side of her while she hunching. Oh, I know about y'all niggas. Can't wait up. What are you doing to you? This your uncle.
Wow.
Now you messed the kid up now.
Yep.
Oh, everybody here know ain't stupid. How many of y'all know ain't stupid? I appreciate it. Y'all know ain't stupid. Man, stuff you... Woman, Brandon, you forget that junk. Let you meet the kid. You got your darn mind. Let you around no kid, especially if it's no boy cub. She be like, no. That man will kill that boy. And then he take around the girl. Scared that nigga might wind up raping the daughter.
Yep.
Let him keep her. Just started dating and got the daughter, gone with him.
Yep.
Man, just stuff we didn't do. I got to come and restore some dignity in them. Nobody respect it, and I don't blame them. Rightfully so, we don't. Man, we had credibility at one time. It was some stuff we didn't do. A black man committing suicide, investigated.
Yep.
Nigga so weak, first thing kill himself. His team ain't won a championship, suicide. Nigga run out of beer, suicide. He needs a Newport cigarette, kill himself. Everything kill himself. A man you will work his hand to the bone to take care of his family. Nigga won't even work. That's sorry. What we wouldn't do, I told about, let me tell you something. It's just how it is. The Bible right. Bible right. That 30th chapter book of Proverbs, that means I don't get too rich because I don't want to mess around and forget God. If I get too poor, that's the Bible. I ain't going to argue with the law. I'm going to take something. If I get too poor, I'm going to steal. I'm not see about my family now. I got to always put that in the account. At the end of the day, they got to be done. That got to be done. I got to make sure that's done. Somebody going to have to take a law. They ain't going to be able to take no loss. Somebody to take a law. That's the book. I can't. Don't let me get too poor now. I steal. I got equipment to help me steal. Because I got a bad thigh. I ain't that fast no more. So I ain't going to have time to do all that running. I'm going to need to be able to get a good head start. So I got something that said, nigga, get down and don't move for about 20 minutes. You don't want to keep time right, too. Let me tell you something. This stuff critical. We start looking at how we do stuff now. It's bad, man. It's just bad. We got to get our dignity back. We done lost. Let me tell you something. You know what was bad? The black woman treated the black man better when he cheated on her.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Man, you find some women so dedicated to a nigga, cheat on him and beat him, it don't make no darn sense. Man, don't beat him, don't cheat on him, he ain't finna get no respect.
Yep.
Come on, good girl don't want no nice guy, she want a bad guy.
Yep. Right.
She want thug killer.
Yep.
Nigga, 1 at 2 shooting out his jaw. Fella look like a wild boy. Boy, he cute. He made my baby have some curly hair. The nigga got a tooth sticking out his jaw. What kind of personality you got? You got a tooth shooting out your jaw like this right here, cooked up. Like a tusk. You right, nigga, monster. You can't be good no woman get one now. You gotta be thug old nigga crazy. Date one, slap that nigga across the head with a pistol. And you have secured her love forever. She will never leave you. I don't want nobody gonna sit and talk to him, right? Like one of them days, like Andre told me, I take her for some coffee in Danish. Now that, I don't blame her. Leave that nigga. There ain't no date, no coffee, no Danish. Get some meat potatoes on the plate, man. Ain't somebody sit down and like read a good book. Yeah, you gonna be by yourself, man. Girl, you listen to them, let me tell you what they want. These want horror film. Blood skeet out the damn screen and bust all in the mouth with it. Woman, man, Jason coming here right there and say, oh, he's so cute like that hockey man. They got all kind of hair shooting out that stuff, but that man so cute. She want to take him somewhere all her friends can see. These women crazy. The ugly, rotten these niggas look, the more they love them. I mean, on the black one, y'all just have lost too much credibility. A hard-working man don't stand a chance. Drug dealer, thug, rapper. What you think gonna do with you? Ain't nothing you gonna get out no club you gonna make no marriage out of. You marry them things, they be right back in the club. I met girls in the club, that's all we did. We went bang-a-lang, leave you. They ain't make no wife out no done club hopper.
That right?
No good and done way that thing gonna be back in the club. You ain't the first one. You done knocked the boots the first night. You think you the first one, nigga?
That right.
They ain't wasn't even drunk. She ain't got an excuse why you got it. I keep it real for
That
them.
right.
Now, you done met something. I like mess you up, and I met one that dark in that man. Shoot, I take that nigga home and then he'll come out. Yeah, I'll be back. Burning rubber trying to get him on down. I like, girl, you need to stay at the door the rest of your darn life. Rest of them had old flashing light that thing hit. I said, whoa, she look good. That morning, that nigga got up goodness. I got an excuse, I was drunk. You can always use that one. Trying to tell you the truth, man, you be messing around these folks, man. Y'all better use y'all doing here. Y'all know good and done well. They don't want nobody to treat them right. I got them in here, I know good and done well, but y'all to go done thuggo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Better get done jawbo. Well, go to doing work.
Yep.
They gonna punch that clock and see about you and be there. Try to talk to them. Now I want to talk about it. Don't talk about no Bible. Tell me about how you a killer nigga. They're telling the truth now. They don't want nobody to treat them right now. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I got turned and burnt out out there. Y'all better set y'all behind down here and get y'all somebody gonna do right. Somebody won't obey the gospel.
Yep.
Wait till you get all old and stinking menopause. I don't want your stinking behind you get no menopause. He want to get you when play going. By the time you hit pause, he want to be able to hear all the music and everything he can. Isn't that right? Come straight the door with no pause. I got time for that foolishness. Don't worry about it. Some of y'all with me, right? Amen. I'm trying to help y'all out on a lot of stuff. Y'all say I can help y'all out with that stuff. Quit trying to go crazy niggas. Any fella here be wishing to none high? No, then. Oh, bust up, post up. Nigga ain't no girl finna stop at no put, no lemon pick, no nigga up at no bus stop. See your shoes scuffled up. That nigga ain't never had no car. Run a red light trying to get away from you. Get your darn self together. Boy, want somebody you can count on. You want somebody with some substance. Some of y'all ain't got no character. All your character been makeshift, following and trying to make it up from somebody else. So I can get you some character.
That's right. That's right.
Tell a bunch, I've been told a lot of these secrets. Say I make you a list of what you want. Y'all want any done thing you can get. I don't want no any done thing. Get what you're doing like. What you're looking for. Say get somebody because they get you. You look at me and say, who am an ugly nigga? Who want me? Somebody get you to get back. You know you desperate. I had a cousin Richard. He was honest though. He going in here. He wanted. He told me, he said, I be looking out there at them women. He said, I looked at once, I smiled at her, said she smiled at her. He said, what you smiling at me for, ugly as I is? He told that, he said he cussed out. That made sense, he did. He said he smiled at her, he said she smiled. He said, what you smiling at me for, ugly as I am? He said, I cussed out. He wasn't, but you know what, he was straight, he was done right, he was ugly. Man, teeth like that had been marinated in some battery acid. He was right. He know good well tell me she was pretty, then she gonna go smile back at him. He was all cussed out. You know good done well no pretty woman didn't want him.
That's right. That's right.
You know, sit there and done see look like you look like hard time. Oh, good done well nobody don't want you like that.
That's right.
About looking to accumulate no debt. People looking for somebody they can come up with.
Yeah.
Sit around there and grab something to be doing something. I don't do that junk you do. That's something you a child. You an adult. Use y'all done head.
Right.
I had to come and teach y'all every done thing. How did they know yourself, know what you're doing, quit just getting with doing somebody. Because you ain't doing nothing. Two broke niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. You roll two pin together. You ain't gonna create nothing. They better take that junk out the currency.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know it ain't nothing. It's the only federal money that they don't even prosecute you for if you damage it. You can burn a penny, bend a penny, go get a nickel or dime. You can come up.
Yep.
They'll press charge. Go get a nickel and make it out of a dime that the police get you black behind going to jail.
Yeah.
Sit up here, you worth a doing penny. What you trying to get ain't worth a doing penny. Going no doing well. You want true value, get that word.
That's right.
I'm going to be working with y'all.
Amen.
Single and married. I got to get y'all situated. Get you behind together. Get your mind together.
That's right.
See yourself going somewhere. That's the purpose of going back. Look at the word. When they bring him out of there, when he brought him out, look at where you come from. Look where you come from. Y'all sit here and the reason y'all want to gravitate and going backwards, not coming forward, because you don't see where you come from. You kind of, I ain't been nowhere, I ain't doing that. And you just sat down and you just paid attention, you just saw some growth, but you wind up going backwards and then you got nothing. You ain't gonna never go nowhere, you keep going backwards. Trying to get between some doing legs. Baby refused to come out, you're so done broke. I ain't coming out, I'm still here about 80 months. Nigga broke. Got there, we're going to be scuffling. Baby just stayed up there, they can't pull the baby out. Why apply everything? Baby scuffling and fighting, trying to keep them coming out. I don't want no broke titty milk. Baby in the stomach done applying for stamps. Baby writing letters, send them to the federal government trying to get you prosecuted. You telling me, what, baby? I ain't had no baby. We already know, ma'am. Come on, we locking your black mind up. Y'all behind and get productive. The only way to get properly productive is to get the word of God. Yes, amen. Y'all strike out with the wrong money. Y'all hear something? We got to get that money. You ain't got no spirit. You don't get the money, you're going to be worse off.
That's right. That's right.
Get the spirit. That's why that's what you came for. That's going to set you in the line of what you need. Yep. Then when you start to get things don't get you.
That's right.
That's why so many people get snared along the way. Give me a business. You ought to get in the business of getting your behind saved.
That's right. That's right.
Everything pull you off. You can't stay focused. I've been young before, but I ain't been as dumb as some of y'all have. Some of y'all make 20s and 30s just illiterate. Been a while since I've been there. I don't want to go back. I'm sure I was smarter than the average of you. I just don't see what y'all thinking about. My mind was in a different place. At 26, I would really focus myself on, I wanted to be saved. I wanted to be saved. I had seen and had things. I know the end of that stuff. That stuff easy come, easy go. That stuff ain't forever. Time and chance happening to them all.
Amen.
At the end of the day, I wanted somebody had to worry about leaving me. The Spirit of the Most High God. I wanted a difference in my life. When are y'all ever going to conform yourself to that verse again where other people ain't got no spirit? Where you going? Stop what y'all doing and start to assess yourself. That's what Moses was trying to do with them before he took them in land. Let's assess where we at. Because we come out here and forget where we come from, we going to screw up again. And that's all Moses kept telling them. There's no sooner they hear what they want to hear. The Lord going to bless them. I'm alive. I must be doing right. Take good heed, though. Take good heed. Take good heed lest something wind up happening to you behind. Y'all been told and warned too many times. How long y'all think God going to put up with you in your foolishness? Everybody in here been taught the order, from the young people to these married, to the single. Everybody been taught their position. Why been taught a position? You supposed to submit yourself to your own husband as a fit in the Lord. Now why y'all fellas sitting here letting their fools go on any other way? For the husband, the head of the wife, even Christ, the head of the church.
That's right.
Well, synagogue.
Yep.
That's they right. How long he gonna let me stand here and don't do what he tell him? I don't do what he tell me. I just cut that foolishness off. Get rid of them.
That's right.
Keep nobody. I ain't gonna tell me. I ain't gonna pull that junk you want to behind me out that door. I don't play that foolishness.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? I ain't gonna let you transgress. I love too much to transgress. You ain't gonna live him. Ain't gonna be telling me what you ain't gonna do. Yeah. You're behind finna be out of him.
That's right.
Now he done gave me my order. That got that.
Yep.
I was on the phone. Woman told me to buy. I said, don't do it. Yeah. I said, I ain't gonna help you transgress. I believe what the man said. He said, I suffer not.
Yeah.
The Bible said, click.
Yeah.
Comment, what kind of preacher hang up? I said, ma'am, I told you good. Do not quote no Bible, and I'm not going to let you transgress. Mm-hmm. The Bible, click, hung up again. And I thought, stupid nigga, heard what I said. I know it's funny, but what I look like sitting there listening. Now, he done told everybody what? The husband. You supposed to love your wives. Why these wives sitting in here with you ain't doing what you're supposed to do? Because you help people transgress. Y'all help each other transgress. That's why y'all can be buddies and friends when y'all do it. Because y'all transgressors. Transgressors don't mind watching other transgressors. They ain't going to say nothing because I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do anyway. So it don't make no difference. I get every one of y'all. Don't make me no different.
Right.
Preachers, sister, mother, children, kinfolk, friend, everyone, I get every one of you. Don't make me no different.
All right.
You know, done transgress. I told you commit to transgress. They transgressing the law.
That's right.
What did the law tell you to do? I don't have all that foolishness going on. Let me tell you something. I'll tell my listen, baby looking crooked. I'll be quick, say, listen, I'll get you up out of here. I ain't got time for no foolishness.
All right.
I serve the Lord with glad. I don't be looking, I already know how God works. You ain't got to be here. Mm-hmm. She'll tell you, I said, I don't want you to be nowhere you don't want to be now.
Yeah.
I can make it. Don't make me pee. I'm just stop, I'll pee. I don't play that foolishness, man. This him. Life too short. I ain't finna be nowhere going through no whole bunch of done foolishness. Life too short.
Amen.
I got to be saved when this man come back here. Be sitting here living with you, cutting the muck and doing food, and both of us go to hell. If best one of us going, not both.
Yep.
Amen. That's right.
If anybody need to go, if best one going, not both. I got to be saved.
Yep.
I don't want to be nowhere nobody don't want me. I don't want to make nobody be with me, don't want to be with me. I'd rather be by my doing self.
That's right.
Ain't how y'all think. Drag a nigga down, you miserable nigga, so you gonna make your husband or make your wife miserable. I don't know how y'all doing. Anybody make me miserable, I get you up out of here.
Yeah. I'm
not finna be miserable. I got to serve the Lord with gladness.
Amen.
I ain't gonna be able to serve the Lord with gladness, and you dragging me down, making me miserable. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Y'all hear me?
Man.
Y'all don't look at that. Why y'all want to be miserable? Goodness, what's wrong with y'all? Sit down a line. Look at where you at. Where you trying to go? You ain't got no direction, no compass. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're doing. Got leadership tell you to do stuff, but y'all do what you want to do. How proper is that going to be? You're exactly right. It ain't going to work. That's all Moses kept trying to tell the people. It ain't going to work. I know y'all thoughts and imagination. It ain't going to work. The only right way is to just do what the Lord told you to do. It's got to work for your good. When you don't do it, what you think going to happen to you? You saying, watch your, stop it. No, I'm not going to say help you transgress. Now, you know better than that foolishness, and we're not going to sit here and do it. Shut it off. You love somebody, I shut mine off. I shut off in here in front of y'all. They got that. As you good? She know what happened out of that. You're behind up out of here. And then where you going to be staying at? Listen, if you ain't going to heed what God say, you can't stay with me. I'm just being, everybody here different. Now, what in the world she going to do me any good? The rich man, when he died, where did he want to go back to?
Brother.
Tell that brother what? Don't come where? What happened? What was wrong with that? What did the Spirit tell me? Father Abraham told them they had. The Lord and the who? If they don't hear what now? Who they ain't going to hear? If she don't hear the book, what good is she going to do with me?
That's right.
Y'all ain't got enough common sense to see this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, some of the stuff y'all have going on, I'm just not catching on to it. I don't get it. If you ain't got enough sense to hear the law and the prophet, what good is your talking going to do? You know what even Job told him? How forcible are right words. What doth your arguing reprove?
That's right.
All you got to do is tell him what's right.
Yep.
He said, that's got more force.
Yep.
What your arguing going to do? It ain't going to reprove nobody because arguing just going to be your opinion. Mm-hmm. Let's deal with what's fact.
Yep.
This is the letter of the law.
Yep.
Now, we either walk according to it or we go to hell. Now, I ain't planning on going to hell, so I'm going to keep up my obligation. What about you? If you plan on going to hell, we going to have to get somewhere else. Either you going to have to go or I'm going to have to go because I ain't going to be able to go to hell with you. And I will hope you feel the same way about me. It ain't hard to put a situation together. Y'all just don't want to do it that way. Some of y'all got so many stuff you done dealt with from your childhood and you're still damaged and dumbed down. And some of y'all use junk for excuses. Yeah. You can get rid of all that junk and do what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
I know when folk got problem damaged from childhood and when people just want to be a nigga.
Yeah.
Some of y'all just got a nigga. Now the nigga just miserable, the nigga just want to drag you down and don't want to go nowhere and want to do what they want to do. Pull that spoiled baby junk on me and fall on the ground. I bury you right there. Yep. Put dirt on that nigga and leave him dead. I got to go. I ain't got time for no food. Right. Life too short.
Yep.
Man, it's about your soul. And y'all are saying let somebody drag you to hell? Y'all different than me. Listen, maybe y'all get a little older, y'all to start to consider some of this stuff. Life too short to get yourself stuck in a bad situation. Now, either person want to be with you or they don't. Person don't want to do it. Why are you trying to force them? I ain't trying to force nobody to do nothing. You do what you want to do. You just ain't going to do it with me. I guarantee you it ain't going to be with me. I ain't going to be jumping around popping off in no mouth with me. I ain't going to have no foolishness like that. I teach my boy. Don't I teach y'all that? I don't get nobody you can't do nothing with now. Yep. I don't play that foolishness. Henry Grady left one thing. He tell me about button your darn lip. He tell me about button your lip.
Yep.
Don't play that fool, man. Cut your darn lip off. I don't have time for that fool. You'll be saying it, but you're going to be outside.
Yep.
Me or you or both for the police, I got to leave. Say, well, I'm finna go, but you need to call the fire department. That house on fire. Mm-hmm. I don't see no fire. Wait till you leave.
Yep.
Burning to the ground, both of them get an apartment. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank the Lord. I tell you the truth, y'all men, stand up and get y'all a done backbone.
Man.
Y'all sit there, get in here and obey your done husband. Folks say here hearing the word, y'all hear the gospel. Why you gonna let somebody care? Where you're going to hell you ain't following? Where y'all think y'all going? Oh, the Lord just overlooked that. That's just when you just lost your only time you do it when you lose your temper. So you let your temper overstress you to get you past the word. Where you think they're going to land you at? Man, y'all got to settle y'all. Ain't no man can get over on you. Whatever he doing, he ain't got no business doing. God going to give him restitution.
Yep.
He ain't doing nothing he going to get away with forever. No, it look like y'all think God. So I wouldn't even serve God. If I felt like God going to let my wife get over on me, why in the world am I serving God? What is the purpose of me serving God? He can't even keep my wife from getting over on me. He can't even keep your husband from getting over on you. Why are you serving God? Matter of fact, you're not. Because if you was, you wouldn't be that stupid to even be putting that in your mind. You wouldn't let that be a thought in your wicked heart. Because you ain't serving God, and you know you ain't, and you know you can't look for God to validate you or come to recompense nobody for you. That's why you got to do it yourself. By your own words and thoughts, you condemn. You condemn. Because had you believe, you obey. No, he ain't doing that. He ain't going to pay for. You had to pay for what you do. Why he won't pay for what he do?
Amen.
I'm trying to get the other singer brother and make sure they get a spinal cord. Get the bear hair together. They get a woman, man, they run all over these fellas. Spineless, done silly putty. Ain't got none of these women. Yoke y'all out. They'll get these guys know with nothing. Y'all don't know why they get you. You think they want to be a paid, want to take care of you. They ain't that. They know a nigga ain't got nothing, can't run their mouth. Yeah. So that stuff played out with the afro. Y'all so dumb, y'all ain't got a clue what's going on. I don't really want, let me tell you something. When you get a woman got something, get a nigga ain't got nothing, it's because she knows she finna run that nigga and that nigga need her money. That's the best obligation deal she gonna ever get. A broke nigga. What he gonna do? Broke nigga can't do it. Bow down, nigga. Ooh, ooh. That nigga need gas money. That nigga need lunch money. That nigga need clothes. All right. It's real. It is. It's funny. I'm good. No, y'all good laughing. But just know this. Any of y'all, anytime a woman get a broke nigga, she got an agenda. She already know what kind of man you can be. Where you gonna go? Gotta sit your broke behind down there and shove and obey. That's the old game. I said, that stuff y'all try to get, this ain't the first rodeo. This ain't the first general. These niggas thinking they doing something. I got that whole man, she got everything, got nothing. Yeah. She telling her friend about that broke nigga she got that she pimping. Broke nigga begging her knee everything she got. She mama. You boy. Mama and boy. You think you're a man, you're a boy. Man make his own way. Man, no, you'll never let no woman get no upper hold on you like that. That's too much power for a woman. Woman gonna exercise it. You don't put no fruit on no tree and that fruit say it's gonna make her the same smart no man thinks she ain't gonna eat it, nigga. You stupid. Ain't that right? That ain't mine yellow too. Gotta keep her back. Had to snatch off her jaw. I don't want to get too smart. I know when the school got a couple of degrees, that's enough. So you get in there, we'll send back, let her get her a couple of courses. She don't need no more document paperwork. Tell me how she got now. Oh, she will. She'll think she know more than me. That's just a given with a woman. Not to get too much. She be looking at that stuff there. Oprah come on, same playing Whitney Houston. I'm every woman. It's only me. So your behind finna get up out of here. You ain't Oprah. Y'all hear me? Coming to have a bunch of girlfriends, all of them burning their bras up. Not in my done house. They get them done titty hosts to put them on and get your behinds out of here. don't have no cackling like Henry Gray. Don't have no cackling hen meeting in my house. No, laying up in there for that might they call no cackling hen. Sitting there farting all up in my chair. Girl, he gonna be all right, put them titties on the holster. Y'all got to roll up out of here. Done men haters. You know, woman running my wife hate no man. And no gun done well, she gonna set up, she gonna have my wife. Why I'm a running guy? I'm just hypothetical. I hate women. Hey, take care now. I gotta go. Well, there ain't gonna be no gun. The women do some dumb stuff. Well, no gun done want a woman right now. I don't want no man. That's why I don't have one. Okay, you're homosexual. You just told me. Woman running time she don't want no man. Then the other woman running with your wife. Better watch her. She don't want no man because she got your wife. No, why the women sensitive? They fall for some stupid stuff now. Y'all hear me? My wife's best friend, what's it? Girl ain't got nobody yet, been living 40-something years. She can say what she want to. That girl, that gay. Ain't hard to get no nigga. You ain't on no crack. You got a job. You ain't fat. Why you ain't got nobody? Because you gay. You're a sinner. I know in here we got regulation. Let's be honest. Hold on for a minute. Let's just be honest. You're in the street, you're a sinner, ain't no regulation. What's holding you back?
That's right.
You got a good job. You ain't fat. I didn't say you ain't ugly. You striving. You got a car. Got your own plate. Why you ain't got nobody in your 40s?
Yep.
Y'all don't want to deal with that.
Yep.
They're a man hater. Don't make my door out. Get that man hate out of him.
Yep.
You're sitting in the street. Yeah, they probably got that doll, the man doll. $8,000 woman and a $2,000 man. Trying to tell y'all right now, y'all better watch these damn people out here. I'm trying to get in the bed. You're in the street. They talking about, what about you? Say, the word got me. Yep. I can't marry no and everything. You in the street. What's stopping you though?
Yep.
Doing man hate. I know a dumb boy that when I see him. Every time you see him, you got to give him a jump. They call, my battery dead. I didn't know where your battery. They been cranking that old done vibrator. Jumping that thing with your car, you shoot the damn alternator out the thing. Every time you see every money, they need an alternator. Like an alternator? How your alternator keep going out? They need a battery. No, I already know what's going on. Every time somebody give you a boost every morning, so you better cut down and get the battery operated. That thing killing you. Y'all pray for me. I'm just telling y'all now, I see the sign. These folks don't be fooling me. You in the street, ain't nothing going on. Why you ain't got nobody? Just don't want, sure they don't. You want to lay on your back, you don't want nobody. A dumb woman. I know they want to hit the dumb street. Y'all hear me? I try to tell y'all better watch these people out here now. These people, y'all, I know a lot of them, they like living that gullible lane. I ain't gullible. Y'all hear me? See a fella right, he got car, house, everything in the world. What keep you why you ain't got nobody? Oh, you want a nigga. Yeah, I'm sure you looking for another nigga. I ain't no fool. Watch these people. I'm telling you, all these folks suspect out here. Quit having all this comment. They'll sit here and fight me about these centers.
Yeah.
Stop talking about my center. I know it's real difficult, huh? So I can't do it. I ain't fighting for no center. I found my friend there. Yo, he gay. That's what it is. Hey, what I'm fighting for? I'm trying to cover in my end. I'm good. Y'all hear me? I can think about it. That bad make you think, don't it? That's the tight and dry. But anyway, the main thing at the end of the day, I covered a lot of ground. I won't finish, but we'll kind of left a little bit. Y'all good. Let me talk to these people. Y'all good. Thank the Lord. I appreciate it. Give the Lord a hand clap. Yeah. That made me, y'all done made me leave my word. A little bit excited. But it's this information they need to hear. Because a lot of times y'all don't be thinking and y'all